Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Win in advance, lose, and the 2024 season is over. They are thrilling and they are cruel. They are the GRBL playoff Eliminators. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger. Welcome in to Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, home of the Grip and Rip Baseball League since it was founded in 2016. We've got another big Eliminator on tap for you right here, right now. The Ozark Mountain Ducks and the Branson Showmen. Third meeting of the season between these two teams. It is a 2-0 advantage for the Showmen in the win-loss column, but those two games decided by a combination of 3 runs. We've got a great pitching matchup on tap for you. Trey Turner for the Showmen against Kyle Carpenter for the Mountain Ducks. This is all the makings of another classic. We just witnessed a thrilling eliminator go to 10 innings. The Springfield Metropolitans defeated the Moon City Mavericks 6-5. So the Metropolitans will go on to the semifinals, as will the winner of this game. The matchups are to be determined, as it is the seeding in this game that holds all of the power. 2 teams received first-round byes by winning their respective divisions, the Nixa Suckers and the Republic Locos. Suckers have the number 1 overall seed, with just 1 loss on the season. That incidentally was to these Mountain Ducks. Whereas the Locos, the GRBL North Division champions, lost 3 games on the season, so they finished out 4-3. So Suckers have the 1 seed, Locos have the 2. This is the game between the 3 and the 6. Mountain Ducks at 2-5 have the 6 seed, whereas the Showmen at 4-3 have the 3 seed. Mountain Ducks will be the visitors on the board, leading off with their second baseman Brett Gallion. Batting second will be the left fielder rookie Thomas Brand. Batting third, another rookie, shortstop out of Northwest Missouri State University, Logan Rycraft. Batting fourth is the extra hitter David Edwards. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, GRBL number 2 all-time in runs batted in, Tyler Jones. Batting sixth is the first baseman Austin Kendrick. In the 7th spot is the right fielder, he wears number 7, Clay Odell. Batting 8th is the center fielder from Las Vegas, Nevada, Colton Simons batting in the 9 spot, wearing number 9, and playing third base is the Marionville Comet, Skylar Hinson. And batting 10th will be the catcher from South Bend, Indiana, Hunter Knapp. The pitcher he is being DH'd for to start this thing off anyway, a left-hander from St. Charles, Missouri, Kyle Carpenter. Showmen will lead off with their center fielder, the league's all-time leader in hits, Skylar Carter. Batting second will be the left fielder, the player manager for the Branson Showmen. That is Jacob Carlson. Batting third, he is the star of the show with 13 runs batted in the first 7 GRBL games. The pitcher, Trey Turner. Batting fourth is the first baseman, number 12, Tyler Rusk. Batting fifth is the extra hitter, number 16, Silver Slugger Award finalist, Toby Yorks. Batting sixth will be the shortstop, Thomas McFarland. Batting seventh, GRBL Hall of Famer, the third baseman, Justin Parker. In the 8th spot is the second baseman, Ben Hammett. Batting ninth and doing the catching is rookie Alex Bird out of Mission University. And batting 10th, the right fielder. He is the 2020 Gold Glove Award winner in the grip and rip, Chris Leggett. The Showmen, home team on the board, Mountain Ducks, the visitors. Winning team will advance and go on. We've already seen one upset today as the number 5 Metropolitans knocked off the number 4 Mavericks. It is win and go on, lose, and it is all done. A trip to the GRBL Semifinals hangs in the balance. Back with my partner Harrison Broadstreet on the other side of this break. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free this afternoon on YouTube.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmell with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Just about ready to get going, this GRBL playoff eliminator between the Ozark Mountain Ducks and the Branson Showmen. Third meeting of the season between these two teams. A total of just 3 runs has separated these two clubs in their first 2 meetings of the year. Harken back to week number 2 over at Meadow Park in Springfield. It was the Showmen winning 7-5 In the 7th inning, Jacob Carlson hit a 3-run home run, and then Trey Turner followed it up with a solo shot. That proved to be the difference, and the Showmen also got 5 scoreless innings out of Tyler Abma that day, by the way, in a 7-5 victory. Then, Week 6 on September 22nd, just 2 weeks ago, it was the Showmen prevailing 8-7. Some late heroics, a triple off the bat of Chris Leggett, and then another triple off the bat of Skylar Carter. Tied the ball game. Jacob Carlson then grounded to the right side, allowing Carter to score, and the Showmen won the ball game 8-7. That was a pretty good duel. Skylar Henson pitched very well for the Mountain Ducks in the loss, and the Showmen got 3 good innings out of Tyler Abma at the start and 2 shutout innings from Trey Turner at the end. Welcome in my partner for this one, Harrison Broadstreet, still catching his breath after a 6-5 thrilling win for the Metropolitans over the Mavericks. And Streets, you know it better than anybody because you just played in it. I feel like everybody tries to win every Sunday in the Grip and Rip, but there's just something about the playoffs where the atmosphere changes.
Yeah, it definitely gets more serious. Guys, tempers can get a little more heated in these games. But it's definitely win or go home atmosphere, and guys want to try to play as many games as they can. So. It's a fun feeling. Thank goodness, it was looking almost like deja vu. We were getting another situation where we're going into extras. It's a tie game going in late, and we'd been on the wrong end of those breaks in the last 2 games we got into. So it was nice to be on the forgiving side of those breaks and get a couple across and hold on to it. So.
You said the word heated. That is a way to describe the weather today. 83 degrees here in Ozark, Missouri. Hard to believe it's October 6th, but 83 and feels like 83 with some 48% humidity. Winds are out of the north. They've kicked up a little bit, so about 12 miles per hour. That's blowing out to right field. Don't think that's going to really be a factor today, other than it might play a little bit of havoc for the right fielders.
Yeah, there were a couple I'd lost up in there because Tony Lewis hits that ball a mile high.
Yes, he does, and on descent, I know especially that can be tough to track in this ballpark, picking up the visual.
Yeah,
it's also a bright sunny day today, so gray baseball can hide against the gray of the stands on the upper level.
Yep, and then that light will start hitting some of these chairs and some of the benches as well, and then you'll get a shine.
Trey Turner throws a steerike to Brett Gallion, and we are underway at 3:14. So Trey Turner's pitching line is this: 10 innings, no runs, 5 hits, 23 strikeouts, no walks, and a 0.00 ERA. Made his first start since he was a high schooler last week and pitched 5 shutout innings. He is very excited to be a starter again for another week as he gets Brett Gallion looking. 3 straight strikes to start it off for the Branson Mound man.
Yeah, you become, when with how small the league is player-wise, you hear the name Trey Turner, even though I haven't faced him yet this year, but it's one of those names. You get up to a certain point on the radar gun, you're talked about, you're feared, and I think that's in the back of everybody's mind right now.
90 is the point.
Yep.
Trey Turner got to. In tryouts, we saw him hit 93 on the gun back Jamboree week at Metter Park, and the slider was clocking at 81 that day as he threw a strike to Thomas Brand, the Mountain Ducks left fielder. That pitch was outside. First ball Turner has thrown is on the 5th pitch of the game. So there goes the immaculate inning, am I right?
But the Ducks, the Ducks have some guys they have some good contact hitters. They have some guys that have, competed or won batting titles in the past. Guys that consistently hit. So I think that we'll see if that 0-0 makes it through this game.
Thomas Brand goes down on strikes. Turner struck out 11 batters in 5 innings of work a week ago against Moon City, allowing 3 hits. Getting a look here at Logan Rycraft, who played professionally in the Pecos League and NCAA Division II for 3 years at Northwest Missouri State. So Rycraft is one I would not expect to be intimidated by the velocity, but rather would appreciate the challenge.
Yeah, I think that
is in the air into shallow center, but Skylar Carter running in and making the catch. Go ahead and finish your thought there, Street.
Yeah, I think the top of the Ducks lineup especially are guys who've seen that velocity at some point in their career, so they know the coaching points for it. They know how to be ready for it. So I think the top of the lineup will be ready for it. It's about scratching some runs and getting some guys on and getting them over at the bottom of the lineup.
3 up, 3 down there for Turner. We will go to the bottom of the first right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmell with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Kyle Carpenter, the lefty out of John Wood Community College in Quincy, Illinois, will look to dial it in. He's a St. Charles, Missouri native. And Kyle Carpenter has really taken off as a starter for the Mountain Ducks here in 2024. Really seems to, I think, just, it's the mental part of the game, but, being a starter versus a reliever, whatever it is that goes on between the ears there really seems to suit Kyle Carpenter well. 22 innings, he's allowed 12 earned runs on 16 hits, struck out 22, walked 11. That's maybe the one thing you could point to and say he's walking too many batters. But a 4.91 ERA for Carpenter, and that was inflated after he had a rough go against the Nixa Suckers a week ago, allowing 5 earned runs across 3 and a third. Had a really good stretch since the Mountain Ducks named him a starter back in late August, where he went 3 games without allowing a run before the Branson Showmen got to him a little bit on September the 22nd. But Kyle Carpenter in the playoffs as well. There's just something about him. He seems to really step it up when it gets important.
And you might be able to correct me if I'm wrong here, Rance, but I believe I heard a fact that Kyle Carpenter has unfortunately been the pitcher who has given up every home run this year in the Grip and Rip.
He is that guy, yes. He was the guy on the mound for the back-to-back dingers that Jacob Carlson and Trey Turner hit back at Metter Park in August. But that was before they made him a starter. So again, that was he was in the relief role at that point.
Wasn't there another last week?
There was. Jordan Fitzpatrick of the Suckers got one Yadier.
So as long as we're talking about the mental aspect, hopefully he can keep that out of his mind with one of the most powerful lineups in the league.
Short memory.
Yeah, you've got guys that can hit it to the moon, and then you have Skylar Carter and Leggett, who are both basically carbon copies of each other, who are going to hit something hard down the line and run for days. It's a good offense.
3-1 here to Skylar Carter. He is 6 for 26 on the season. Slider, yep, that's going to get up the middle.
Such a short little compact swing. It's great at hitting the ball back where it came from. And there's a reason he leads the league in hits all time. I mean, he hits and hits and hits.
Tends to, he's been about a 1 hit per game sort of batter, really across consistently well from 2021 onward. It's been a thing of beauty to watch. It's one of those guys, you hate it when he's coming up for the team you're rooting against, but you love it when he's on your side.
Yeah, now it's tough because you got a guy like Skyler who's running first pitch there, like you see.
Yeah, he just absolutely took off and beat the throw from Hunter Knapp.
Well, now as a pitcher, you've got Skyler. You got to worry about him on the bases. He's one of the best base runners in the league with a guy who's got some of the best pop in the league. This isn't a guy you want to lose focus on and leave something over the zone because with that ball, with that wind, even blowing out to right, hanging curveball, Carlson could put a fourth one up there against Carpenter.
6 hits in 6 games for the Showman manager Jacob Carlson. That's a
mile in the air.
Home run in an elevator shaft.
Goodness gracious.
Brett Gallion, the second baseman, camped out underneath that one and made the grab for the first out.
I think we're going to see a lot of that today, too. I think that's how Carpenter's going to be successful, getting this heart of the lineup here to pop up and just let that wind, knock something down, drive it the other way, and kind of, let your fielders make a play.
Well, here's one of the most dangerous bats he will face. Trey Turner, 10 for 30 since joining the GRBL with 13 runs batted in, a home run, and 4 doubles. That's half of his hits being extra bases. He has walked once.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's aggressive. He wants to hit. He wants to hit something hard.
That was, the big draw for him to come out here and try out. He said, "You mean I can hit again?"
Mm-hmm.
We said, "Yes, you can, as long as you do hit." And he took that personally, as Michael Jordan once said. But Trey Turner, he was a good hitter at the junior college level at Crowder as he slaps one.
And that's going to score a run?
That will get through. No problem for Skylar Carter to come home, and it's 1-0 Showman. That is now 14 RBIs in 8 games for this newcomer, Trey Turner.
Yeah, with a guy like Skylar Carter, he's going to get in base. He's going to get in scoring position. So his hitter, you just got to put something in play. You just got to get yourself on base, and you got a pretty good idea that Carter's going to come in and score.
And they will courtesy run for the pitcher Turner. So Josh Wilbanks off the bench.
Another guy who runs well.
Run, yeah. That's trading a pretty fast guy for a very fast guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice upgrade for Branson there.
Yep, and Wilbanks likes to run.
Tyler Rusk stands in.
Yeah, the danger's not over. Rusk is somebody who's going to hit a ball hard somewhere, and then you got the silver slugging potential winner.
Yeah,
Toby Yorks.
Toby Yorks hanging out in that on-deck circle.
Finally get to see Toby swing right-handed for a change.
Yes, he will. He is lined up to bat righty against the lefty. Tyler Rusk sends one to the shortstop. Rycraft flips to Gallion for one. Yeah, it did bring him
got
off,
him.
And then the foot came down to get one.
No. Well, that's if we come straight through the bag there, yeah, that's a tough one because he was off the bag definitely, but because he peeled it off so far that, the runner peeled it off so far into the outfield he couldn't get back to the bag.
Josh Wilbanks was running for a throw on the button to Gallion instead of one that, brought him up and then put him on his rear end like that. So 2 outs, and the batter is Yorks, who watches ball 1 go by outside.
And that's tough because there are a lot of guys who are making that same play there, who are peeling off into the outfield to give, a guy a lane to throw the ball.
1-0 pitch to Yorks. Runner goes. It was a slider into the zone for a strike. And yeah, these Showmen are being very aggressive, stealing bases against the Ducks here.
Yeah, they must have had talk. They either saw something off of Kyle or they saw something off the catcher here. And, Kyle's yet to make a move over.
No. That's 2 stolen bases he's given up here. So Toby, 9 for 21, 6 RBIs through 7 games. And Rusk is going again, and nobody was covering. Throw. Skylar Henson, one of the few 3-baggers fast enough to get over there and make that adjustment. Not a bad idea from Rusk, I don't think, but caught stealing. So that will end the inning, but not before the Branson Showmen put a run on the board, 1-0 off of an RBI base hit from Trey Turner.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Trey Turner. He's from Neosho, Missouri. Stayed close to home after finishing his high school career with the Neosho Wildcats and played at Crowder College. After a couple of years with the Rough Riders, ended up at Missouri State University for one season that was cut short by injury. But the Washington Nationals believed in his talent anyway. They drafted him in the 10th round of the 2017 draft. His first year as a professional was just rehabbing after Tommy John surgery. Turner ended up pitching a total of 76 1/3 innings, played at the rookie, low A, and high A levels in the Nationals system. Now he finds himself living in Springfield, Missouri with the wife and 2 kids. Got a couple of hustles going, works as a waiter at a steakhouse and then gives pitching lessons because wouldn't you too like to learn how to throw 90 miles per hour?
Yeah, that would. I definitely would like to learn. I'm still very interested in learning. It might be a little too late for me, but probably not his demographic.
No, I think he's predominantly working with youth players, but I need to go head over to the Lone Star and figure out what to do. How do I get Trey Turner as my waiter? I mean, could you imagine like a guy looking like Thor? And I would not be brave enough to send anything back to the kitchen.
Yeah, and it would change what I would order.
Right. It's like, oh, you don't like the green beans? Oh, no, love green beans.
Yeah.
Free, please.
That's exactly what I ordered.
All the green beans. 2-1 to David Edwards is in the air,
that
right field.
Leggett
over in the corner. Man, that was a tough and a long run for Chris Leggett.
And I think that's where somebody could run into something here. They're going to be a little later on something. They've seen him maybe once this year. So Trey running it up there into the low 90s. Somebody's going to be late on something. Wind's blowing out that way. That ball carried to the track, and it wasn't. It looked like it surprised him a little bit, but.
It's a nice play by Chris Leggett. Made a tough one look easier than it was, I think. Here's Tyler Jones, who's 7 for 22 through the regular season. Swung on and missed there.
I wouldn't say this would be an easy out, but I would be willing to bet a large amount of money that he gets out here.
Wow. That's your former roomie here, Tyler Jones, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I know.
Folks at home who want to explain, you're not just throwing strays out here.
Oh yeah. I told Tyler that I was gonna disparage his name a little bit before the game.
I'm sure he was excited to hear it. This is pulled.
Oh no!
No!
I'm gonna eat that crow right now.
A large amount of figurative money just went out of your figurative bank account. As that is a base hit for Tyler Jones into right.
Give me an error. Oh, come on! Give me an error over there. What are we doing?
That's a hit. That's such a hit. Come on, Street. Don't treat your alleged friend like that.
All right.
Austin Kendrick, the Mountain Ducks player manager, stands in as the Quack Pack has its first base runner, AK. Came off a little bit of injury illness combination. He's 5 for 11 in limited plate appearances. 2 of his hits are doubles.
He's a smart ball player. He knows how to hit. He knows how to hit situationally. So if I know AK, he's probably trying to punch something through that way. He's trying to put a ball on the ground. There's a lot of gap there between the center fielder and the right fielder. So if he can just punch something through that second baseman, he loves to go that way too.
He's even 1-1 after fouling one off to the upper concourse on the first base side. Turner went at him with the heat, and wow, you are like some sort of fortune teller. It is indeed over the head of the second baseman, Ben Hammett, and into right. That's back-to-back hits for the Mountain Ducks, who are doing some business here with 1 out.
AK's a smart guy. That's the perfect example of swinging quicker, not swinging harder. So I'm just going to get my foot down. I'm just going to get my hands through the zone faster and hit that ball where it is instead of trying to swing hard and gripping the bat really hard. So AK's a smart hitter. He knows what to do in that situation.
Here's Clay Odell, 5 for 15 with a pair of triples. Swung on and missed there. That's what I like about Clay. There's never going halvesies on the swing.
Yeah, swing hard in case you hit it.
That is the game plan when he goes up. 0-1 facing Turner, who just,
There's nothing you can do with that. I mean,
That's a cutter, right?
Yeah.
Trey might be the only guy in this league who throws an honest-to-goodness cutter.
Yeah, the other guys are just gravity balls.
The 0-2, they go back to the heat. No, that was down, says the plate umpire Edward Browning.
And that cutter is just such an efficient thing for a guy like that because you get your foot down, you're so geared up, ready for a fastball, and then that last little bit of movement, you're hitting something off the end, you're breaking your bat, you're looking silly, looking at a called third strike.
0-2, and yeah, that was a fastball down. It is a strikeout. That's 3 for Odell.
This was
That's 3 for Turner, rather, excuse me. 1 for Odell, and the batter is Simons.
It's a tough situation getting a guy on, getting 2 guys on with 1 run out, really looking for a team at bat, still keeping that idea of punching something the other way. Now we're 2 outs. We're trying to just get a base hit, see if Tyler can unhitch the wagon and get in there from second base.
Colton Simons has 4 hits on his rookie campaign. Swung on and missed. Yeah, Turner went off speed there. Dare I suggest that was crafty?
Yeah, that always messes with you.
I mean, you watched the guy in front of you get nothing but heat.
Yeah.
And then Turner started Simons off speed. That is lifted into shallow center.
But they got a guy there.
Tough catch, but a catch nonetheless for Skylar Carter on the fly. Makes the catch and the out, and he preserves a 1-0 Branson Showmen lead. The Purple Gang will come to bat in the bottom of the second after this break.
Your local Hotsy dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine Hotsy parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Hotsy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Hotsy.
Kyle Carpenter back to work for the Ozark Mountain Ducks, who trail the Branson Showmen 1-0 in the early goings of this GRBL playoff eliminator. A trip to the semifinals hangs in the balance. If the Mountain Ducks can win this game, they will play the #1 overall seeded Nixa Suckers in the semifinals. That game's slated for noon on October 13th. If the Branson Showmen win this, because they are the 3 seed, they would play the Republic Locos at 3 o'clock on October the 13th. And that would mean Harrison Broadstreet, my partner in the Springfield Mets, would get the task of taking on the Suckers. So no matter how you slice it, Street, you've got interest in this one.
Yeah. Yep.
Toby York's batting right-handed. He's a switch hitter as he looks at a called strike from Kyle Carpenter.
Do we have the splits on Toby? Or is this his first time?
I'm not advanced enough. He has batted right-handed, I can tell you that, because he has had to face lefty pitching earlier in the season. Not just Kyle Carpenter, as this is flared right side and caught by Brett Gallion for the first out. Oh, we've got other lefty pitchers in the GRBL this season as well.
Yeah. Handful of others.
It's going to bring up Thomas McFarland, shortstop from Maryland Heights, Missouri. Two hits between these two teams, or 2 hits apiece rather, for these two teams in the early going on this one. Already some activity in the bullpen for the Mountain Ducks. Looks like King Owens up and throwing. Carpenter bends a slider into the zone for a strike to the right-handed McFarland.
Carpenter's been efficient, but I kind of understand what AK might be thinking here. You only let their lineup see him one time. Once we flip the lineup over, we're going to give you a different look, not let you get settled, especially with a guy who, there are a couple guys in that Showman lineup that are licking their lips trying to repeat a feat off of Kyle. It's, having confidence as a batter against a guy is half the battle.
Yeah, I think I kind of suspected, the Mountain Ducks have used Skylar Henson so sparingly here in 2024 that maybe the plan was to let him eat a little bit more in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we didn't see him fairly early in this game. If AK feels like this game might be getting out of reach, or if they're at a point where they need to hold a lead, I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, that's a good pitch.
Well, good stuff. 2-2 to McFarland now. Showmen, conversely, just knowing what I think I know, are planning to max out Trey Turner for 5 innings and then bring on Tyler Abma. And then the idea was to be determined would come on and pitch in the 9th. Could be, Marcus Rader, I think, would be the most likely candidate. But they've got Jacob Carlson, they've got Justin Loudon, they've got some other options.
However, if I heard correctly, that middle stint from Abna might be the biggest question mark.
Well, right. He's dealt with a little bit of tenderness, and then they purposefully held him out of action on the final day of the regular season. So it's also just been a while since he's been up. Yeah.
But it's the end of the year. This is it. It's win or go home. You can't hold anything back if you're AK. It's the last game of the year. You can't hold anything back.
Doesn't do either manager any good to try to ration things at this point.
Nope.
Here's Justin Parker.
Yeah, this lineup is so stacked that you've got a Silver Slugger winner hitting all the way down at 7 or 8 in your lineup.
Almost seems unfair.
Mm-hmm.
Parker looked at a ball just go by outside to make it 2-1.
Parker's another guy where if you make a mistake in a spot where he's looking, he could hit that ball a long way.
60 hits in his GRBL career. A total of 18 of them are for extras. Justin just missed that one, getting to it late, flying out to right, where Clay Odell was there to haul that in and make the grab. So that ends up being a pretty efficient 3 up, 3 down for Kyle Carpenter. That's what the Mountain Ducks wanted, as they stay within 1 run's distance. It is the Branson Showmen out in front, 1-0, and we're back right after this.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters: you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Henson, Hunter Knapp, and Brett Gallion batting in the 3rd for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Trey Turner back out to work for Branson. Harrison, you and I were talking and just kind of watching in between the innings at the break there. Turner throwing with purpose for those warm-up tosses, which I feel like some pitchers take for granted, but Turner looked like he was trying to send a message to the Mountain Ducks, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah, he had 2 that missed about 10 feet up that were going about 93 probably. And yeah, I think you're right. I think there might be a tactic. If there was a mascot out here, that mascot might not be in good business.
The bull. 1-1 to Skylar Henson. Whoa, my goodness. Yes, he did.
Oh, no.
He absolutely got tied up there.
That's what happens with velo. You just start committing to something out of the hand, and it's not what you think.
Well, I mean, you have to,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's not going to have a chance.
Yeah.
The 1-2, another heater, got him on the outside corner with the paint.
And Skylar's going to have, he's going to have some words about that, but that's a good pitch.
Yeah, he took a look back at Ed Browning there, and I mean,
he was
maybe
lucky.
not do that twice in the game, but got away with it perhaps.
Yeah, he was lucky he didn't get ran because he pointed to a spot on the box. And some umpires don't like when you give a point of reference.
No, they don't.
But especially with Skylar, he might have to come in on the bump, so he might be squeezing himself a little bit, not doing himself any favors.
1-0 to Hunter Knapp, the catcher, a rookie out of South Bend, Indiana. Sponsored by Heartland Labs. Lifts this one in the air to right. Chris Leggett takes half a step. That's just, even when Trey Turner hits a bat, that happens.
Yeah, you can kind of it gets a little bit, when guys like this that are, for lack of a better word, dominant, their patterns emerge and where their hits occur. So when a guy makes contact with a pitch, for more than likely it's going to be in one or a few areas. With Clay Murphy, Clay Murphy guys are going to hammer a ball on the ground to the other side, or they're going to get jammed, and it's going to be a squeaker up the middle. So guys, you kind of learn a pattern of where misses are going to be. Guys start trying to swing hard, their hands dip down, they're late, that ball's going to be lifted up the other way. So there's going to be a lot of fly balls to that right side. I'd say the rest of the day.
Jacob Carlson, perhaps wisely, went with Leggett in right field today. They've moved Chris around a little bit. He's played some on both corners of the outfield. He can play a little second base as well.
Yep, and it's surprising. You see Skylar's playing a little pull, which is interesting. I mean, but I would never question that guy with that kind of speed. But
Galleon grounds to Justin Parker, who got the throw across to Tyler Rusk in time by a step there. Nice job by Justin Parker over there at the hot corner. So we stay 1-0. Showmen out in front of the Mountain Ducks. Back with the bottom of the third right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Ranceberger, Harrison, Broadstreet with you live at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. 1-0 is the score. Branson Showmen lead the Ozark Mountain Ducks in the third inning of this GRBL playoff eliminator. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Showmen: Ben Hammett, Alex Bird, Chris Leggett to face the left-hander Kyle Carpenter. Bullpens quiet for the moment.
I don't know about Bird, but this is part of the lineup that even though you can kind of take a breath as far as power goes, these guys run. I mean, each one of these guys that's getting ready to come up right now runs hard. They run well out of the box, and they're going to put something in play. So, like, this is still, even though you can't take as a pitcher, you might be able to take a little bit of breath, but as a fielder, I'm a little more on my toes with these guys.
Kyle Carpenter, I think, smart enough to know Ben Hammett seems to just hit at his best when the stakes are the highest. So I suspect he will be reasonably aggressive but respectful of the Rose Hill, Kansas native here.
Yeah, and it's hard to attack Hammett. I mean, Hammett's one of those guys that he's up, his toes are on the line in the box, right up on the plate. He's almost stepping out of the front of the box when he strides. I mean, he's as in the front corner of that box as he can be, and he makes that strike zone feel like it's an inch and a half wide because it's hard to attack that guy inside.
Yeah, Hammett just almost daring Carpenter to go in on him. That was two-seamer outside that missed. That evens us up 1-1. It's Ben Hammett, 47 years old, does not play like it. That is just but a number.
He moves better than I do. He's
goes without saying he moves better than I do, partner. So there's a 1-2.
And so I've seen you move a little bit. I know you got some sneaky moves here.
Not at this point in the game. Usually my ninth inning speed's pretty good. As there's a swing and a foul ball back, we stay even 1-2, and now Owens has gone his backup in the Ozark bullpen throwing down that left field line. So if I'm just reading the tea leaves, I think this is going to be Kyle Carpenter's task, is to get through the bottom part of this Showman order, and then they're going to go to the pen.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to flip him over. I think that AK's a smart baseball guy. He knows he's gonna move the right pieces. This is a chess game for him right here. During the regular season, you might not do as much of that maneuvering because you don't have to. But now in the final game, you got to kind of potentially final game.
Yeah, Carpenter attacked in with a slider. Hammett skied it up, and Logan Rycraft, the Ozark shortstop, ranged back into the tricky triangle and made the catch. So that is one down here in the bottom of the third of a one-run ball game. And the batter is going to be the catcher, Alex Bird. He is 4 for 17 on the season. Kickapoo High School grad. Played some baseball and played some drums while he was there. And then went on to Mission University.
Ooh.
That was a attempt at a breaking ball that didn't break.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of new balls this week.
We do. That's gonna be the thing in the playoffs for sure.
I think I heard a few comments about they're a little hard to hang on to.
I see.
And especially today is a little warmer, but it's still not as hot as it has been, so you might not have as much sweat to try to get something on there. But we might see some of those miss. It's terrifying, when you got a little squirreliness with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball potentially. But
1-1 pitch swung on, and we should note in the GRBL, for the last couple of seasons, we've been using minor league baseball, so it's the very same thing you would see if you went into downtown Springfield and watched the AA Cardinals play. It's that baseball, a lower profile seam on the ball than what a lot of guys who peaked at the college level are used to.
And an alarming difference from those who played in high school.
Yes, usually those guys are using high seams, and overall softer and squishier baseball. A little easier for the pitcher to hold on to and easier to spin.
Oh.
Yeah, Alex Bird watched a bouncer.
Oh, the way the umpire moved, it looked like he was about to ring him up.
Yeah, I thought that too. That was kind of an odd move from the man in charge, Edward Browning. Nonetheless, we are full up. 3-2 payoff to Bird. Oh! Almost hit him. He'll take the walk.
And now you start thinking what to do here if you're AK, because Carpenter was on track to get through here.
Yep, he was going to face the 10, one above minimum, and
that pesky Skylar Carter.
Go home, and here's Chris Leggett in the 10 spot.
Yeah, having Leggett and Carter back to back is so tough. I mean, they're both so fast.
Saw it pay dividends for the Showmen a couple of weeks ago as they hit back-to-back triples. So Leggett, he's been...
Hey, there we go. We got to move over, Kyle.
He's checking Josh Wilbanks, who is this time running for Alex Bird, the catcher.
We'll see if Wilbanks tries to go. We'll see if they talked about anything.
I was going to say, he's had one chance to get a look at what Kyle does.
That's a big lead. He keeps
That
stepping.
is a big lead. Now he
There
goes.
Not
They
a great jump.
Run it in. Throw down to second.
He got him.
That was a great throw by Hunter Knapp. One hop, and Brett Gallion got the tag down for the out.
Yep, and that's tough. As a lefty, you got to sell out early, and that's what you saw Rusk do. That's what you saw some of those other guys go. When that leg comes up, you got to sell out, and you're going either way. And that's one of those things where Will Banks just waited a little bit too long, and even though he's got really good speed, if you wait till that leg's coming down and he's going towards the plate, you're toasted. Ooh.
Carpenter went back to a fastball, and that was not to the liking of Chris Leggett or the plate umpire, so it's 2-0.
And now he has a chance to get back out of it. Seeing the lineup one time through 3 innings.
Steerike there.
And that's a very important, if he can keep it within 1, going through 3 innings, it's a very important outing.
It's a big out by the catcher, Hunter Knapp.
Mm-hmm.
And Leggett swings at strike 2, so if Kyle can punch it here, quality start and then some for the Mountain Ducks. Deuces wild for Leggett. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Carpenter rocks and deals. That was a
make a play.
Slider chopped, and no foul ball is the call. So I think that went off of one of his feet. Chris Leggett's feet, that is.
It'd be easy to see.
They are,
those
the neon cleats.
I like them. They match his bat grip.
I'll say Chris has got the coordination game.
Yeah,
it's quite strong. He's gonna get another 2-2 here.
We gotta get him. Ooh, he called it.
Ran it in.
Woo,
a
inside quarters there.
Two-seam on the inside corner.
That's a big out.
That is a huge out for Kyle Carpenter and the Mountain Ducks. They stay within a run. 2 strikeouts for Kyle Carpenter on the day on a trip through the order. So 1-0 is the score. Showmen lead the Mountain Ducks. Back with the 4th and some managerial decision making when we come back.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Well, no decision for Jacob Carlson here as Trey Turner coming on to pitch the top of the 4th for the Branson Showmen, so they are sticking to the script. Plan is for Trey Turner to go 5.
Do you think he'll go all 5?
I mean, it's going to take Ozark doing some damage for him to not. We'll just leave it at that. So Turner has given up 2 hits, struck out 4. And it's been bagels on the scoreboard. So number 2 guy in the order is Thomas Brand here in the 4th. Watched one go by low. So they've had King Owens getting up for the Mountain Ducks. They've got A.J. Musser starting to warm. I think we're going to see some bullpen by committee, probably mix up some different looks as this game goes. Pitching management strategy is going to be big for Ozark in the coming innings. For the Showmen, it's just let your horse run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Ducks have got to fight here. They're back at the top. You know, they're 2-3-4 here. They have to manufacture a run. They got to see as many pitches as they can. They got to try to get somebody on, get them over, play some small ball, do something.
Well, Thomas Brand has worked 3-0, make it 3-1. Turner grooved him one there for a Steerike. Thomas Brand came into the day 7 for 26. He's now 7 for 27 after striking out first time up. Fastball swung on and missed.
There's something squirrely to that. There's something moving on that. That's that cutter or something coming to the back heel there. He's just, looks like he's swinging right over the top of something. Oh, then he comes out again.
Attacked back inside. Thomas Brand got the bat to it. Flared it off foul. That stayed in the stadium, but just barely.
He's got to keep fighting. He's going to find a way to get on base.
He's worked it full. Another inside jam shot. And Turner just attacking somewhat unmercifully here, but credit Thomas Brand for hanging in.
Yeah, that one's tough. That almost becomes a little bit of a defensive swing. If you feel like that thing starts to cut it all and you've already committed to a swing. Ooh.
Trey sets up from the belt. 3-2. That was just high heat.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet that anytime he gets behind, it's just going to be fastballs until I beat you. It's time to not get cute anymore.
And I get, hey, wanting to challenge yourself, wanting to paint some corners. Trey wanted to, hasn't started a game since he was a high schooler up until last week. So, he's wanting to do all of those things. That's what everybody comes out to Grip and Rip to do, right? But, it's the playoffs. At some point, you just need to get some outs.
Yep.
Logan Rycraft thought about strike one.
Talk about not holding any pieces back. I believe Toby Yorks is going down to the bullpen right now to warm up. But there's a strategy there. You go from the hardest guy on your team to the slowest guy on your team. The hardest fastest to the slowest thrower.
Yeah, that was not part of the script that Jacob Carlson handed me. But you know what? Don't put it past Jacob Carlson to hand his old friend Rance Berger a fake script.
I'm very intrigued.
This is
Maybe it's a diversion.
Maybe it's trying to inspire Turner to work faster and get more outs. I don't know.
But I mean, he's still got 2 innings of work that he's got. Unless they think,
unless something's not right. It doesn't look. Everything looks well to me. It's 2-2 to Logan Rycraft with 1 out.
Yeah, but
in the 4th, maybe Toby just said, "Hey, will you catch a bullpen for me?"
That's also something. That's something
Toby would do. Yorks maybe just going rogue.
Might be down.
That is into center and a diving grab by Skylar Carter, the Hall of Famer, robbing Logan Rycraft of 1 there.
And that's the thing. I'll never question with his positioning because he knows. That guy is just. That guy is a freak athlete.
What do they tell outfielders? Never leave your feet unless you're going to catch it. And Skylar Carter, full-on layout and an outstanding catch.
And that's just unfair. You got a guy on the mound who's putting in some really good work, who's pretty much dominating you guy, and then you got guys in the outfield making plays like that. It's tough to look at from that Ozark Mountain Ducks dugout.
David Edwards swung at an off-speed pitch for strike 1. He's got 6 hits in 7 games coming into today. Flew out to right his first time up. Turner sets up from the belt.
Ooh. It's another changeup on him.
That something didn't sit right with Alex Bird there. I'm not sure the ball was ever in his mitt.
No, I think that ball, that changeup dropped and bounced up and hit Bird in the chest or something. But
nonetheless, even the misses are going Turner's way today.
That's just tough, though, man. You see a guy who's bringing 90, and then he's got a great changeup he throws you after you've already seen him once. That's efficient because not only they just saw, instead of seeing Kyle Carpenter for 1 and then switching, they see just a fastball for 3 innings. And then the next time they're up, they see some changeup, sliders, all this nastiness. Ooh.
Oh,
that's
my goodness.
Not a strike.
They paint one inside.
Oh, boy. He's got a legitimate gripe on that one.
David Edwards.
He might get run here.
He's
throw him out.
Staying in that circle.
Oh, throw him out.
Ed Browning, though, cooler heads prevailing. He's
walking away from it.
He's umpired a lot of games in this league this season, and, Ed gets what this league is about.
Yeah.
That's a good umpiring move.
He doesn't want to throw him out.
At a time, right. He's saying, Come on, bud.
Yeah, you're frustrated, and maybe even I got that wrong a little bit. So I'm gonna let you get this out of your system, and not because that's up and in. That's all. Ooh,
that was rough. Kyle Carpenter does go back to the mound for the Mountain Ducks.
I'm intrigued.
So yeah, we'll come back and dissect it right after this 30-second timeout.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Big move on the part of the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Kyle Carpenter going back out to throw, and as soon as he faces Skylar Carter for the Showmen here, that means any Mountain Ducks pitcher who enters the ball game in relief will be restricted to a max of 3 innings of work. So this is Austin Kendrick saying, all right, lefty, you're our guy. Go get us 6 more outs.
And he's been doing well. I mean, he's gotten through 3, but we might be putting a little, I don't know.
This is a gamble. Let's just acknowledge it. This is the first big gamble, I would say, we have seen.
And I will also say to any Carpenter fans or friends or family, this is not disparaging to him in any fact.
He's pitching well.
He has had a wonderful game, but this lineup, this Showman lineup, turning it back over, getting these guys another look at Kyle is pretty dangerous.
Skylar Carter 1 for 1 today. Watches a steer right go by on the outer half. So Carter now 7 hits in 8 games.
And he's looking to pull something. He's looking for something in his wheelhouse. He's looking for something to get something down that line and run for days. So anything outside, if Carpenter can stay that way, Skylar's going to stay away from it. He will still punch something the other way, but that's how you keep Skylar to a single.
Yeah.
When you let him pull the ball, that's when he starts running well and on a much longer throw.
The 2-2. They attack again outside, but they bounced it. Carter does not chase. Nice idea there from Carpenter and Knapp, certainly. But got a veteran hitter with good zone command up there.
Yep. You need to attack Skylar down and away.
They do it again, and he waffles it through. Gallion knocked it down, but that's just too hot of a shot. And yeah, hit goes right up on the board. It's a good call from the official scorer, Zach Still. So 2 for 2 for Skylar Carter.
That's the right idea. It's just got too much plate. Skylar's looking for something middle in. So, you get that a little farther away. You get that a little farther down. That ball's hit directly to Rycraft. Or at most it's hit between left and center field.
So the batter will be Jacob Carlson. Nobody out and a runner on and a pickoff move. Yeah, I think the Mountain Ducks are wised up to the fact that the Showmen are running and gunning today.
Yep, Skylar's not one of those guys. I would show him 5 or 6 moves. I'd show him as many moves as I can because he's looking to go and he's looking to go early.
Carpenter from the belt. Yep, they're going to test him again, and Kendrick put the tag to his backside with a little bit of purpose there.
Yeah, and I think a big thing for Carpenter, too, is less about different moves. You got to vary your times. That's how he got Rusk. He held it a little bit longer. Don't give him a chance to get a good read off of you and a good jump. You got some things you can do as a lefty to stop him from getting a great jump, and that's what you need to do.
Carpenter, yes, they do take off. Knapp fires. Throw was just slightly offline, but Carter was in there.
Yep.
Just a second stolen base of the day for Skylar Carter on 2 attempts.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to take third here. If they get an out, look for him to try to take that bag too. But I just don't. I mean, I've been griping at it. I just don't.
You want more
I
check
just don't
throws.
understand. I mean, finally got some of the Mets to do it, pick over 3, 4, 5 times. But And I think it's effective.
Wild pitch. Carpenter sped up the delivery, and he missed outside. They give him a freebie there. Carter now 90 feet away from extending this Branson lead. It is 1-0 at the moment. Nobody out. Bottom fourth.
And that's what Skyler does. He takes the hit. He takes the pitcher out of the at bat. He makes that pitcher focus on him on the base pass. And now Carlson's in a hitter's count with a runner on third.
The 2-0. That's outside. Kyle, same breath, is trying to be careful with Jacob Carlson because he knows if he leaves one over the heart of the plate, it's going to go the other way.
Does the manager give himself the green light here?
Of course he does. Oh. All right. Did not want any part of that two-seamer. Oh, boy. 3-1.
He must be looking for an off-speed pitch or something because I thought for sure he was going to go
looked
out
pretty
around.
fair.
Yeah.
Yep, that was on the outer half. Carlson takes it the other way. That's drops down into the corner. It goes, and they're going to signal ground rule double. And right call all around there, but that's an RBI base hit for Jacob Carlson.
And that's a big break for the Ducks because Carlson ends up on third, if not more, if that ball keeps squirting around down there. And that
he could have caught
part
of that Cintas sign just on the outside of the foul pole.
Yeah, because then you got a right fielder attacking that line so hard, and that thing kicks and potentially jumps the other way.
So nobody out. Trey Turner is due up, and Austin Kendrick is over to have a word with his battery, Hunter Knapp and Kyle Carpenter.
And that's what it is, man. I mean, nothing was hit. I mean, that's a great hit by Carlson, but that's Carlson knowing how Carpenter's going to come after him because he's already seen him once. He feels good. He's got him timed up, and he knows, all right, he's not going to bring another fastball in here. He's going to throw me something soft in a way or something hard in a way, so I'm just going to keep my hands in, punch that ball the other way, and now another runner in scoring position, another extremely dangerous bat. This is the avalanche effect.
Trey Turner trying to keep the snowball rolling down the hill. 11 hits and 14 RBIs for this rookie.
Oh,
absolutely
no, there it goes. That ball is...
That is way back. It's going to stay in the park. Goodness sakes. Thomas Brand hauled that in. Whew. That would have been out at some places, but not here. Instead, it's a very loud out.
Yeah, that thing jumped off the bat, and I looked at Trey, and that's what gave me the idea that one was out, because Trey and I both thought that ball wasn't coming back.
Instead, it just kind of came down right on the line, down the left field line, and Brand was able to haul it in.
A little sigh of relief for Carpenter there.
Indeed. Heavy exhale, and then you got to dig in and try to face Tyler Rusk.
Yep, and then you got to face another guy who could do the same thing.
Tyler Rusk has hit one out in his career. He had 9 RBIs as a rookie with Springfield a season ago on 12 hits. He's cooled off a little bit in 2024, just 4 hits. I said this earlier about several Mets players. I would say the same for Rusk. He's hit a lot of balls hard at somebody as the season has gone, as he chops this one. Tyler in 29 at-bats has only struck out 3 times, so he's putting the ball into play.
Yeah.
He's just hitting it at people. That's been the scourge.
Yeah. And the other reason this is such a big gamble, for those of you who don't know, this lefty on righty matchup is a favorable matchup for a lot of these right-handed heavy power hitters in the grip and rip. There's not a lot of lefties, so for these guys like Carlson and Trey and Rusk,
that's the opposite way. That is getting down. Yes, it will. It'll be extra bases, 1 hop off the wall.
And that's that kick that it takes right there. That's going to get Rusk to third.
Yep, the corrugated metal working in the favor of Tyler Rusk. And, he's going to hit his apexes at the right time, an RBI triple. 3-0 Showman.
And that's what you see. I mean, that's 3 of the biggest right-handed bats in the league facing one of the few lefty arms in the league. And AK sticking with him. I mean, I get it. The damage has already been done, but we got to get outs. We got to get out of here.
So Toby Yorks, after his bullpen sesh, is all heated up and ready to go. Salivating. Yeah, Mountain Ducks still have King Owens up in the bullpen, a right-hander.
When King's ready, I mean, King's looking at the field confused as we are, I believe.
Saying, come on.
I don't understand the tactic. I don't understand what the thought is now. I mean,
Carpenter faked an empty-handed check throw over to third. Just to see Rusk dive back. Hey, you know what? I don't mind that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's a check at least. It's more than he gave Skylar Carter, which is crazy.
0-1 to Yorks. Carpenter back to the full wind. Two-seamer. Caught the inner half for a called strike, and it's very quickly 0-2.
Toby's another really good friend of mine. I'm going to preface everything. Anytime you say how good a friend of mine is, something negative's coming next to it. He needs to swing left-handed here. He's got more power there. It feels more fluid. He needs to be on his comfort side right now, because that's, oh boy.
Or does he? Sends one
this is twice in a row now.
To the wall. Rusk scores. Toby's going for extras.
Get on it, big boy.
Yeah, go.
Toby!
Toby with a double. And
flip
then
that hair, big
hair
dog.
Flip.
All right, well, I'm 0 for 2 on
I'm kidding.
You know what? I cannot believe
4-0.
Great job, Toby.
And
I hope you listen back to this.
And there will be a pitching change for the Mountain Ducks as Austin Kendrick goes to get Kyle Carpenter. King Owens is going to come on and throw. We're going to pause 30 seconds, come back, and Harrison Broadstreet's going to pick his pride up off of the floor. That's after this.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
To nothing, the Branson Showmen have pounced on the Ozark Mountain Ducks. We are in the 4th inning, and the Ducks have gone to the bullpen. His Royal Highness King Owens comes on in relief. And the thing about the Mountain Ducks is with this move, they do not have the 3+ designation, so they're going to have to piece it together. And they've still got Skylar Hinson waiting in the wings. All is not lost. But of course, they've got to find the offense. But first things first, they've got to. King Owens has got to get them out of this jam.
Tyler Jones is walking to the dugout or to the bullpen now.
Well, I think AJ Musser is going to the bullpen. Tyler Jones is just going to be his catch partner.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's happening now. I saw Toby in the bullpen. I don't know what to say anymore.
Dogs and cats living together. So King Owens has had a rough go here in 2024 pitching. 12 hits and 12 runs in 6 1/3 innings of work, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 3 hit batsmen. Last time out against the Nixa Suckers, he looked sharp, however. 2 2/3. He didn't allow a run, gave up just 1 hit. So small sample size there suggests maybe late season King Owens will be the best King Owens. At least that's what Austin Kendrick and the Ducks are hoping for. As he fires one inside to Thomas McFarland, it's 2-0.
Yeah, and you can't come in and overthrow here. You know what I mean? You can't come in and try to press, and you can't come in and try to make up all of your season stats tonight. You got to be efficient, especially down 4. King has to come in and throw strikes, get outs, get us into the dugout, and potentially cut back into this lead.
Well, instead, he has fallen behind McFarland 3-0.
That's tough to see.
Yep, missed high.
You're out there defensively. It's tough because now we're going to start to see some things potentially happening where you got a bullpen guy come in that walks somebody. If we continue to walk it, then we're going to start potentially seeing some, booted balls because we're standing around. There's nothing happening. But what do I know? I don't know anything. I can't. I've got some apologies I need to make after tonight.
No, it's all right. You just got to keep letting it rip.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You're right.
You can't drop your confidence streak.
Oh, gosh.
You got to be just like King Owens here. So first and second does set up the force with 1 away to Justin Parker, who watched a ball bounce. And so JP 0 for 1 today. He is 2 for 20, an uncharacteristically cool season at the dish.
Yeah, I think you got a lot of guys who have been grip and rip natives who we switched homes.
Yeah.
Played those first games. We don't know what's going on here. We played all of our career out at this park, and now we're out here trying to hit home runs. And trying to play at a different ballpark, and
it's the temptation, right? When you're in a slump, you want to try to break out of it,
Yeah.
and make up an entire season of struggles in one swing, and that's just not how mathematics works.
Yeah, but it's how glory works.
It is. There's that.
Who needs math
Well,
when you're
so much of it is about feel. I mean, you're right? If you feel like you're doing well, you are doing well, probably.
Yeah.
Unless you're horribly delusional, and then that's where good coaching comes in, right?
Yep.
Ball and 2 strikes to Parker after a foul ball.
I think going one for 40 with a walk-off home run would be.
I mean, that is still a win.
Oh,
one
did he
to
get him? Did he
Henson,
tag him?
and then a
They
tag.
tagged both of them.
That is Mountain Ducks are saying double play.
Because I think he tagged Toby. Can we get a replay?
Toby's standing at third as though he is safe.
Well, that's a smart play by Toby. Don't just go
No,
wandering out of there.
absolutely not. Don't
JP
concede it.
needs to get on the bag though. Okay.
Yes, he does. So
Oh,
instead,
so they're saying
1 out.
no argument. I don't
A
know.
5-4 fielder's choice.
Maybe Skyler just sold it well enough to where it looked like he tagged him even from up here.
So first and third, 2 outs for Ben Hammett. 4-0 Showmen. They've scored 3 this inning.
If King can come in, even with that walk, if he can come in and not give up another run and stop the bleeding, that helps. That does enough. That does just as much for morale as scoring those 3 runs potentially.
Misses outside. Good stab by Knapp.
Didn't want to do it.
Yeah, thought about a throw to first, but I think even with the big man Toby Yorks there at third, did not want to press his luck and risk. You throw one into right field, doesn't matter who's on the base, they're scoring.
Yep.
Owens with a little nasty curve there, got Hammett to swing at a strike.
It's a big moment. And these moments, these weigh more. These are weighted moments. I talk about weighted classes. Affect your GPA differently.
Hammett lines one. It's over Rycraft's head. Into left field it goes. Toby Yorks will score. It is 5-0 Showman. What did I tell you about playoff Ben Hammett? He seems to just save the best stuff for the right time. He can ride the struggle bus all year long, but deliver a big RBI base hit there.
And those guys are just closers. Those guys are just finishers. Those guys that don't get scared of the big moment. And it seems like they're always rising to the occasion because they're never scared of the occasion.
So 5-0 for Branson as Alex Bird looked at a slider for a strike. Everything King Owens does usually off of a 2-seam, 2-finger grip. Nothing in 1.
Oh, put it on him. Oh,
and then the
terrible.
ball ended up
that's
hitting
what we're
Justin
talking about.
Parker. Awful luck for the Mountain
That's a
Ducks,
terrible
it has
bounce.
to be said. Man, it's just been that kind of inning.
And that's another one of those throws. I'd rather him throw to first earlier than throw to second there, because if JP's paying attention and doesn't turn his back, he just turns and goes to third when that ball gets thrown.
Yeah.
But now you got 2 guys in scoring position, and that's.
Ooh, and a high tight pitch sends Alex Bird ducking out of the way of a ball.
And this could be a short-ish leash if he doesn't get him here.
Yeah, they've just got Mountain Ducks have A.J. Musser warming.
Because you're still at the bottom of the lineup, but
Right.
Leggett can still swing it a little bit. And if you get the bases loaded with 2 outs, man. That's not it.
Breaking ball missed high. We're even 2-2. No, check that. We're
3-2.
full 3-2.
This is a big pitch.
Alex Bird has drawn 1 walk today. I'm sure he'd take 1 here without complaining.
King's more than likely coming with a fastball.
Yep.
Trying to throw a strike to,
Yep, that was the heat, but he missed high. So that walks Alex Bird aboard.
And here comes AK. That might be the old hook for him.
So bases are chucked.
King doesn't want to look at him.
No,
I think King knows what's coming too.
King's not even. He's pretending. What pitcher's mound?
And I think AK is just too nice of a guy, because I think AK just asked him, "Can you get it?" And I think at this point,
tell him yes.
No pitcher is going to say no.
Right. So Owens wants this. Yeah.
And
big,
of course,
big,
Owen wants
big.
it, but man, this has got to be his last guy regardless. 2 outs here, bottom of the, before we turn it over again.
Right.
And this could be the decision that, this could be the decision that you look back on and think, man, we could have done something different there.
Leggett puts one in the air into
down.
center field. That's going to score at least 2. Showman lead goes to 7. Chris Leggett delivers a 2 RBI base hit.
And that's tough because as a hitter, he's just walked somebody. He walked the bases loaded. He's going to try to attack me early and often, so Leggett can just sit fastball and find something in the zone and make a play on, and put a good swing on it. And that's another reason why you got to pull him. I mean, because his confidence is rattled now. The hitters know that.
And Austin Kendrick is going to make a pitching change here. It is another Henry's Towing pitching change. A.J. Musser has run.
No.
What the? Was it? Whoa.
So he started to come in.
He did start to come in.
AK and King discussed something.
I don't know what King said, but
I have an idea.
Yeah, he won the debate, whatever it was.
I have an idea because
poor Anthony Musser.
AK walked away very quickly.
And A.J. Musser thought he was coming in.
It's a good pitch, but man, this is not a time not a time for pride. This is a time for let me get it to the next guy because we're down 7.
I say the big one's already happened at this point. You've conceded 6 runs this inning, and not all of those belong to Owens, but
but we've still got 2 guys on, and we're back to the top of the lineup.
Yeah. So Showmen have batted around. Skylar Carter 2 for 2 and a laser right at Logan Rycraft, who was shifted. And the Mountain Ducks shortstop makes the catch. They mercifully get out of the inning, but my goodness, the damage. 7-0 is the score.
Batted around.
The Branson Showmen are all out in front. The big one strikes in the 4th. Mountain Ducks will look to rebound in inning number 5 when we come back.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Fourth inning for the Ozark Mountain Ducks as the Branson Showmen hang 6 runs on the board. RBIs out of Jacob Carlson, Tyler Rusk, Toby Yorks, Ben Hammett, and Chris Leggett got 2 of them at the end of the onslaught. 6 runs in the 4th, 7-0 is the score. The Mountain Ducks with some serious digging to do in this GRBL playoff eliminator.
You're not getting it all back with one swing. You gotta get
no, sir.
you got to get guys on. You got to try to wear down Trey a little bit. You got to take some pitches. You got to try to see if you can get him out of his groove that he's in.
Got to try to push him into deeper water than he has ever been in his GRBL career anyway, as he fired a fastball for a strike. Tyler Jones 1 for 1 today.
Well, that's up for debate. It might be 0 for 1 still.
It's still 1 for 1 street. Still 1 for 1, my friend. Yeah, gosh, Tyler Jones.
That's a scary feeling.
Just about got a splenectomy there.
Oh, golly jeebers.
Yeah. 1-1.
Great friend Tyler Jones. I work with Tyler. I work with Tyler and Skylar actually. So it's.
Oh yeah, you're in the software game now.
Yeah. Oh.
That was a hack at something inside.
Tyler's the man at work, and
Right, he's a senior software trainer, right?
Yeah,
you guys are just software trainers.
Yeah, yeah. But that was not a masterful swing right there.
Ball and 2 strikes. Trey Turner.
Oh, somebody get that kid off the net. We don't need a foul ball on him.
No, we do not. And yeah, good parenting prevails.
All right, Tyler, let's see what you got here.
It's 2-2. Turner exhales sharply, comes home. That was a slider for a strike.
Was that a called strike? Did he? Because he didn't go.
No, that was a called strike 3.
Oh boy!
Indeed, 7 on the day for Turner.
I think there's a thing to be said about umpires getting buckled as well. I think there's a point where you see 75 to 82 for a while, and then you have to call a game with a guy throwing 90. You got to be on your game too.
That one was way inside to Austin Kendrick. He is 1 for 1 on the day.
Yeah, AK loves this though. AK loves a guy who's throwing hard.
Gonna get into the battle. Tyler Abma is up and throwing for the Branson Showmen in that right field bullpen as there's a swing and a miss at a cutter.
That's a very good pitch. That's hard to hit.
I am learning to recognize cutters on the fly here myself. It's just it's not really something I've had to do out here.
It's just that it's so tough for a hitter to pick that up because it's coming out of the same slot. It has almost the same movement until very much at the end. You got to just hope you're picking up a little bit of the speed difference.
Kendrick picked that up nicely. It is fluttering down. That is a base hit. Into center field it goes.
AK fears no man.
No, sir. Kendrick is 2 for 2. Lifetime against Trey Turner.
Takes him to, 7 for 13 on the year? In his limited action?
Yeah, Kendrick has really just come on in the last couple of weeks. I mean, there were games where he completely benched himself because he wasn't really feeling all that great. But yeah, 7 for 13. Clay Odell is the batter for the Mountain Ducks, looking to just extend.
If I'm AK, I'm telling a few of these guys, hey, maybe let's get up on that line there a little bit. Let's try to take the cut out of one of those cutters and just wear an elbow. Maybe somebody's got an elbow pad in there.
Clay Odell goes up there just exercising his right to bear arms.
And that's great because if you run into one here, I mean, if you can swing hard and hit something going 88, 90, it's leaving the bat farther too. But
down on strikes went Clay Odell. That's 8 for Trey Turner, and the batter is Colton Simons. So Colt, rookie from Las Vegas, Nevada, now calls Republic, Missouri home.
I think the Showmen might be onto a winning formula here. I think they might be onto something, and I think we might see Trey start the next 2 games.
He was jumping at the chance all season long, and Jacob Carlson kind of held him back, and then it's like he's just sort of let the dog off the leash here. Oh, Alex Bird got kind of tied up there. Nice job to corral that.
Yeah, he's gonna have some welts tomorrow.
Alex, I think the only thing that stayed on was the hat there. Where's the hat and the hockey style mask and the sunglasses?
It's as much protection as you can.
I mean, he's wearing as much as he can over his face, you know.
Woo!
That was inside. 2-1.
I think he's the only Showman that's a little upset. Not upset, but he's the only one who's less enthused about Trey being on the mound.
Turner's going to go 5?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Fastball. And no,
got him.
Throw.
Ooh.
That's a kind of a nifty slide there from
I don't know if he
Kendrick.
meant to do that, but that looked...
That was not orthodox baseball.
I don't know, but I love it, and I might try to do it next week, because that was smooth criminal right there, Austin Kendrick. Woo! He's not going anywhere.
No, he is not at all taken off, as that was outside 3-2.
I want to see what other kind of slide we can get. Throw behind him again.
That was something fit for a music video, I
know.
think.
It was like Usher sliding in the rain in the in the middle of the street.
Ah. Good stuff. Best when under pressure with seconds left. He shows up. A strikeout for Trey Turner. 9 on the day. 5 innings of work, 5 shutout innings. Showmen are going to have to hand it off to somebody else. It seems like that's almost criminal. Nonetheless, Trey Turner has pitched his team into outstanding position. 7-0 is the score. We head to the bottom of inning number 5. It's next right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmell with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Only in the grip and rip do you see a guy beast, feast, strike out 9 batters across 5 shutout innings, and then escort his young daughter around the bases in the 5th inning kids race. But that's just what Trey Turner did. Went from animal mode to just wholesome dad mode.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep. And I think that's what the great thing about this league is that regardless of how serious it gets, it's just fathers. It's just guys wanting to be out here. It's just, it's a chance for these guys to get to play in front of their kids. Some of them might have 9 or 15 kids coming out and watching them every week.
That's just Devin Phillips, and that's 7. But yeah, Trey Turner's got 2. I know that for a fact. It's a Henry's Towing pitching change for the Mountain Ducks. Anthony Musser has come on for the second time, but this time he's actually going to get to play. Musser, 5 innings of work, got a high ERA on account of a couple of blow-ups earlier in the year. 5 strikeouts to go with 9 walks and a hit batsman. Last time out against the Suckers, A.J. Musser looked pretty good. He pitched 2 shutout innings, no hits, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks. So similar story. I've said this once before, but yeah, Austin Kendrick hopes it is the more recent Anthony Musser and not the August Anthony Musser who's out here. They've kind of moved Musser around as the season has gone on in terms of when they bring him in to the ball game. And as the situation dictates for the Mountain Ducks, he's got to face a meaty part of the order straight away here in the bottom of the 5th. Carlson, Turner, Rusk.
Yeah, and meaty's an understatement. I think if there was a statistic for tightest pants in a lineup, it would be the 3-4 of the Showmen.
Carlson and Turner are certainly going for it, aren't they?
Golly. But it's tough as a player here for the Showmen. I mean, for the Ducks. You got to try to stay in it. You know, it's tough to not let that thought creep into your head. But you've made it past Trey. You can take a deep breath there. You've made it past the worst of that. So let's try to, let's throw up a 0. That ball's up there.
That's
tough.
Way up there. Skylar Henson in foul
other.
territory. Now in fair territory.
Throw him out.
Gets down.
Throw it.
Yeah, you got to throw the ball as Kendrick took a second to get to the bag there, and that ends up being one of the more electrifying 5-3 putouts we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, just like we drew it up. Skylar's he's one for flair. He wanted to make that look smooth, and he did.
Jeez.
Hey, an out's an out no matter how you get it.
If
you're
the Ducks, you got to stack those.
Let's take as many as we can. Who cares how they look? But yeah, you got to try to throw up a 0 here, and you got to try to scratch. You got to try to get 1 or 2 next inning, 1 or 2 the next. You can't fall out of this game, and you can't mentally check out and say, "Woe is me. We're gonna roll into next year."
to a certain extent, you got to act like there is no tomorrow because you only get a precious 9 or 10 days where you get to play baseball if you're a GRBL player, and there's no reason not to maximize the time each time.
Yeah.
Nothing in one to Turner. AJ Musser ran one in.
Yeah, and you never know. I mean, you never know who this is going to be their last game out here.
Right.
You never know who is done with the ride. So you gotta. This could be it for some of these guys out here. So you got to stay in it. You got to say no lead is ever safe in the grip and rip. We all know that. Even with a guy like Tyler Abner coming in, you got a chance of getting some runs because anybody after Trey Turner is going to feel much more hittable. Even a guy who came out and dominated last year, and a guy like Tyler Abner, I think there's still a chance that the Ducks feel better. Oh, there's another one that's hit very hard.
Smokes one in the air to center field. Simon's back to the track, and he hauls it in. Great job. When a ball is that well hit, there's no such thing as a routine fly.
Trey Turner has 2 loud outs today.
So he drops to 1 for 3. And here's Tyler Rusk. Speaking of loud, he is 1 for 2 with an RBI triple as part of the big one in the 4th. T. Rusk. So
did he break the pencil bat? I haven't seen the pencil bat in a couple weeks.
The pencil bat, well, I don't know if it was broken or if he just felt like he wasn't hitting with it.
Oh, he's trying to jump on something there.
Yes, he was. He was way out on it.
Woo!
Just clubbed one all the way out to the Marucci clubhouse.
I think that ball landed in the parking lot.
They've got a building under construction over there.
That's the thing. You got anybody that can jump ship on this part of the lineup, and that's just terrifying.
Nothing in 1. Musser tried to bend a breaking pitch. It's not quite enough bend to it to catch strike zone. Tyler Rusk. Oh, go ahead.
That ball on Rusk that he hit so far out, that ball's up on the vast majority of guys. But since he's so much taller than a lot of these guys, that's right in his wheelhouse.
6'7" at least. I'd give him 6'8" with the cleats on. He's a big fella. He's down 1 and 2 here.
1 out away from throwing up a 0, which is big after one of those big crooked numbers. If you can stop the bleeding. The ideal situation for the Ducks here is they throw up a 0 and they go score 2 to 3 runs next inning.
Yep.
They get back within somewhat of a striking distance. And you just got to put some pressure on the Showmen because the Showmen are starting to check out a little bit too here.
Yeah.
So if you can put some pressure on them, flip that momentum real quick, you can make this a new ball game real quick.
1-2 pitch. Ooh. Rusk took a very late excuse me style swing, and I think that was one where he realized, yeah, that's in the zone a little late. But hands were just fast enough to reach out and spoil it and stay in.
Yep, that's a frustrating thing as a pitcher. You see something happen. Oh, Galleon's running back and forth. Galleon's running wind sprints back there trying to mess with Rusk.
And they go over the plate. That's a nice attack there from Musser after he's been up a couple of times. That one was down. But Tyler Rusk swung early and fouled that one off.
It'll be interesting to see what Rusk tries to do here, if he tries to poke something over there with Galleon moving around so much. Because Galleon's playing in the
giving
pole.
Him the right side.
But see, then Galleon's going to come back.
Yeah, Musser missed outside.
Little sportsmanship here, little gamesmanship going on. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think he's going to punch something over there. I mean, unless he has to fight something off again on the outer half.
Here comes the 2-2. They went outside again. That's wild and away for ball 3. So yeah, they're trying to go outside, low, just almost daring Tyler Rusk to poke one through on that right side.
And you can't mess around now. Probably going to see something coming right at him, and this is when it gets dangerous because Rusk knows he's probably coming right at him too. So he's gearing up dead red, probably looking to give something a ride here.
Musser from the midsection winds and fires. It was a breaking pitch, and Rusk fouled it straight back. Yes, indeed. Timing wasn't bad, but Rusk was under it.
Yep. We'll reload again. Get to another pressure situation here.
Yeah, this is a battle. Anthony Musser trying to put Tyler Rusk away, and for his part, T. Rusk just extending this. It's just making Musser's pitch count go up. Favors the Showman the longer this goes. 3-2 over the plate, and I think Musser caught him by surprise for a split second.
Yeah,
there.
that's the scary pitch. That fastball caught a lot more plate than I think Rusk and AJ were anticipating. But I think that I don't think he'll get another one by him.
They missed down and away, and they're trying to go down and away, knowing Rusk has had a little trouble with that this season. But yeah, good plate vision and a good take.
It's a great at bat.
Inning extended, and yeah.
That is a great at bat, and now we got Toby flipped over to the other side. He's the best hitter ever from the right side. He's got an unbelievable amount of pop. So we'll see what he can do from the other side.
1 for 2 on the day with a double, but this is his first left-handed AB. Toby now 10 for 23 for the season, 7 runs batted in.
Having a good year.
Indeed, a good rebound for Toby after he did not have a good 2023 batting.
He's been a lot of 2023 hurt, didn't he?
Yes, injuries, illness.
He's the only guy that gets injured by a fish.
There's a whammy out to right, but that is going to be handled by Clay Odell for the Mountain Ducks. That will end the 5th inning. Score remains Branson Showmen 7, Ozark Mountain Ducks nothing. Anthony Musser with a blood stopper there for Ozark. They are going to have to get the bats going when we come back.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Opportunity making with that knocking for Tyler Abma, and the Ozark Mountain Ducks are hoping this is not a Tyler Abma at full strength. Big defining moment in the ball game coming up here in the top of the 6th. So for 2024, Tyler Abma has pitched 24 innings, allowing 5 earned runs on 19 hits, striking out a league-high 33 and walking 5. It's a 1.88 ERA. However, last time out was not a good time for Tyler Abma. He allowed 4 earned runs in 5 innings against the Nixa Suckers on 5 hits. Struck out 7 batters that day, but the fish absolutely got to him for 4 of his 5 earned runs on the campaign. Mountain Ducks are hoping there is more of that Tyler Abba on the pitcher's mound today. Struggled with some tenderness in his arm, ended up missing what would have been his last start as the Showman started Trey Turner instead, and here he is in relief, running one way inside to the Marionville Comet, Skylar Hinson.
Yeah, and there was talk about Toby Yorks going in there, and that honestly wouldn't be a bad move by the Showman because anything would be better than Loudon at this point.
Goodness. It's going to put Justin Loudon. How can they let him catch a stray like that? Goodness, there's a foul ball off the bat of Hinson. So, yeah, we will see. I think if you're Jacob Carlson, you're certainly and seriously watching with earnest how Tyler Abma responds. And if he does get into trouble, then, yeah, you got to think about, do you go to Toby? Do you go to Marcus Rader? Do you go to Justin Loudon?
Nope. Give me anybody. Give me anybody. Give me somebody out of the stands. Give me anybody other than Snacks Loudon.
There's a foul ball caroming off the dugout into the stands. A Bank of Missouri 50-cent foul ball. So Skylar Hinson is battling against Tyler Abma, who pitched the equivalent of a GRBL perfect game October 1st, 2023, retiring 15 consecutive batters. Finished out his rookie campaign with a 2.25 ERA across 32 innings of work. He was the Showman franchise player, so came back with the club even though there was a managerial change with the retirement of Cole Rourke and the promotion of Jacob Carlson. Abma said the chance to play with Jacob again was just too good to pass up.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a breath of fresh air because you don't have to face Trey anymore, but you're still having to face a guy.
You've got a guy who's been very good thus far.
Yeah, so it's a very short breath, but it's a breath of fresh air nonetheless.
Another 1-2 to Henson. That was a jam shot, swung on and fouled off. So Henson, doing a job here, taking a quality at bat.
Yeah.
He is making it into a sweaty plate appearance for Tyler Abma.
Yep. Starting off almost getting hit, which would have been a perfect start to this inning for them. Starting off with a base runner is very important. Oh, he just
that was
my goodness.
A breaking pitch grounded to the pitcher, a jumper from Abma, and he overthrows Tyler Rusk. That could not have gone much worse for the Showman there.
Yeah, and see that is what I'm worried about with Abma, because I don't know if he's planning to do that or if he's just floating something in there to try to throw Skylar off. But that was a little ephus pitch right there that he just pushed in there, which I haven't seen Abma do yet.
No, that was something new out of the bag there. Abma, he's usually pretty lighthearted, so he's laughing at it and sharing a joke of overthrowing his 6'8" first baseman there.
Yeah, and I think Skylar was laughing when he got to second too, because that thing just comes floating in there.
So Hunter Knapp stands in. This could turn serious in a hurry if the Mountain Ducks can string a few of those together. Knapp, a rookie from South Bend, Indiana, where he went to Riley High School. Fastball misses down. Yeah, Tyler touching the chest, so he's going to have to take a moment to dial it in here. He's used to being a starter in this league. So coming on in relief, a little bit different, especially when you've kind of had to sit and watch your teammates hit for quite a while.
Yeah.
Ooh. High and tight. It is 3-0 to Knapp.
Yeah, and he's not looking that efficient. I mean, he's 3-0 to Knapp here. He had a few bad misses to Skylar, so I don't know.
Trying to find it. That was a pretty good pitch on the inner half.
Yeah, nobody warming up yet, so there's no reason to worry yet. You got plenty of time.
Well, you got Toby's always ready though.
Yeah, Toby stays ready.
Swinging a chopper foul toward the Mountain Ducks dugout.
Unless it's for fish attacks.
That's true.
That's why the guy was out all last year.
You can't anticipate that though.
No, I think some people can.
I remember Toby's rookie year. Brock Chaffin was managing the Mets at the time, and when Toby was injured by a shark, Chaffin sent me a screenshot of a text message in which Toby self-reported the injury. That was gold.
There you go.
That is up the middle off the bat of Hunter Knapp.
Coming in. No,
and
he's not going to test
sign.
it. I think that's a good decision right there.
Not testing Carter. That ball did not go into deep, or really even into to the middle part of center field. It was shallow. So
yeah, and I didn't know Tyler was over there coaching third. So I think they should have sent him. I think that was not a good decision. I think that.
Goodness.
But no, that's a good decision. You got nobody out still. You got 2 runners on now. Abma's in his head a little bit. The Showmen are getting a little. Weary now.
This is the danger zone right here. If Brett Gallion can put one into play.
Yeah. There it is.
Just like that.
There it is.
That gets through. Henson's going to score. The Ducks are on the board. 7-1. An RBI base hit for Brett Gallion. Didn't even have the chance to pull up his stats, other than I can tell you he's hitting well. This is his 8th hit in 8 games. Brett Gallion collects an RBI, and the Quack Pack is on the board.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if the Showmen trot Rusk down to the bullpen, or maybe Will Banks. I wouldn't have faith in that bullpen either if I was if I was
Carlson.
If I was Carlson.
Well,
so
keep in mind too, he's playing left field. So if anyone is ordered to get up, it will be perhaps on their own volition. Fastball swung on.
That's good for us because I don't think Toby could spell volition. I'm being mean now. I'm being mean to Toby for no reason. He made me look ridiculous. He hit a double when I said he couldn't hit from the right side. I'm just mad about that. That's all it is.
Oh, I love competitiveness. Maybe I love petty competitiveness even more.
That's my best kind of competitiveness.
Ball and 2 strikes. Tyler Abma, it's no laughing matter for him down there. Nobody out. Runners on first and second for the Mountain Ducks. He's got to calm down and just find the zone.
Yeah, he feels like he's fighting for his life right now, probably. I mean, we got 2 runners in scoring position. You got nobody out yet.
You've got cushion to work with, but the Mountain Ducks are certainly hoping to turn this into a big one of their own.
Yeah, but cushion, you got cushion to work with, but Ducks don't need it all right now. Ducks need Ducks need a crooked number right now. If Ducks can push 1, maybe 2 across right now, it changes the whole dynamic of this game and how Carlson has to attack it from here on out. He can't just put it into autopilot.
Abma fires home. Yeah, he bent Thomas Brand at the knees.
That's a good first out.
That's a big strikeout and a good, yeah. Took it right out of my head. Good first out. Doesn't get easier as here's Logan Rycraft, the rookie out of Northwest Missouri State.
No, it doesn't get easier, but now a double play gets you out of the inning. Now a ground ball here can get you back in. You've only given up 1. No harm, no foul. Let's go back in there. Let's keep scoring runs.
Rycraft had a .374 on base percentage in his 1 year in the Pecos League, independent minor pro ball in the western United States. He played for the Roswell Invaders out of Roswell, New Mexico. Pecos League is a tough life, and there are a lot of guys. Rycraft is actually the second Pecos Leaguer we've ever had come make the move to the GRBL, and always curious to talk to survivors of the Pecos League. Not a lot of players do more than 1 season in it.
Yep, it's a grind of all grinds. It's 60 games in 65 days or something crazy like that.
And most of the time the players are carpooling themselves from town to town.
Miles away.
And yeah, and it's a big territory as well. Like, as far out west as California, as far east as middle of nowhere Kansas.
Yep. And just the horror stories of where some of those players stay.
Well, yeah, the pay that these guys get in the Pecos is not high enough to offset the expense of what they are doing. So, yeah, you lose money in the Pecos League. There's just not a nice way to say it. A lot of guys do it for a season in hopes that it will help catapult them onto something bigger and better. For others, it's the end of the line. Swing and a chopper. That is into play. Trey Turner steps on the bag for one, and he one hop the throw. Safe. Yeah, Rycraft beat it out.
Rycraft can run.
Yeah, that's a good call on the part of Brian Lozano on the bases there, and the right call in my mind.
Yeah, and credit to Rusk for snagging that thing, because Trey's coming off the bag throwing that thing.
That was gassed.
And that's, he's getting a little bit longer hop, but that's still probably shorter than Rusk felt comfortable with.
So batter is going to be David Edwards, as the Showmen do get the force out, so we stay first and second.
You got a break now, and you need to capitalize on it. This is one of your better bats, one of your bigger power bats in the lineup. If you're the Ducks, this is who you want up right now, and we need to make that hurt. We need to get another run across, at least.
David Edwards, 6 hits in the first 7 games. He's 0 for 2 today. Looked at 1 on the outer half. I'd say the slider's probably Tyler Abma's best pitch. And when you're struggling with command, sometimes it's you got to simplify everything, including what's in the bag.
Let me throw what feels good right now.
2 looks back before the 1-1 came inside.
And see, that was a strike last inning. I don't know.
Alex Bird tried to frame it.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, 2-1.
We'll see what David Edwards can do.
Yep, swings
right
and
back at him
sends
again.
one. Turner again, and he will win the foot race with Brett Gallion to the bag for the out. That's a big out. So the Mountain Ducks do break up the shutout. It is now a 7-1 ball game, but a big escape for Tyler Abma and the Branson Showmen. We are back with more Grip and Rip baseball in a moment.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters: you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Musser back out for the Ozark Mountain Ducks to start the bottom of the 6th. Ozark trails the Branson Showmen at 7-1 in this GRBL playoff eliminator. If the Showmen can hold serve and go on to win this game, it will set up a semifinal between the Showmen and the 2-seeded Republic Locos. That would be played Sunday, October 13th at 3 p.m. The other semifinalists, the Nixa Suckers and the Springfield Metropolitans, waiting in the wings to see what the outcome of this one is. If it's a Branson win, it'll be Suckers Mets at high noon on October the 13th. One of those Mets, Harrison Broadstreet, continuing to watch this one with Ernest.
Yep, it's you know, we're still within striking distance. It's still not too late if you're a Ducks fan, but it's do or die time. It's coming up on that time.
Definitely need to limit the Showman offense, and it starts with Anthony Musser going up against Thomas McFarland, Justin Parker, and Ben Hammett here in the bottom of the 6th. Mountain Ducks will have the middle part of the order coming up in the 7th.
And I would be thinking that AK would be thinking something somewhat similarly to what he did last time, or what they should have done last time. Of we're going to let him go to the bottom of the lineup here,
right?
Then we'll switch him out because, you know, we saw Trey and Rusk take real good at bats and real good swings off of him.
It's McFarland flares one. It is just into foul territory, but not a problem for the first baseman Austin Kendrick to make the catch.
You know, and then it begs the question of, you know, you're looking at all these moving pieces. You get to a certain point, if it's the same score when we're at the 8th or 9th, then you're thinking, all right, who am I going to give innings to you know, get us to the end? Because there's still some moving parts, and the Showmen can't give up. The Showmen can't let off the gas. We've seen crazier things happen.
Woo! Justin Parker didn't want any part of what A.J. Musser was dealing there. He was very quick to hit the ejection seat and get out of there.
Oh, I'm the same way. I don't want to get hit anymore. I don't care about a base runner. I care about my broken ribs.
Done away with the little league dad chatter of just wear one.
Yeah, I'll never tell a teammate to do that.
Why don't you get out of the stands and come wear one, buddy?
Yeah.
See how you like it.
Yeah, I told myself I was going to do it up if I got hit. I was going to really put on a show of it, but then I got hit and it actually hurt.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to put on a show of it.
just took your base.
Oh, yeah, I just got to walk down to first base and remember they're not trying to do it on purpose.
3-0 to Parker as Musser has been all around it. That was inside, and JP.
I thought he was going to give it to him.
No, I thought he was too. Get the free pass. He is
tough.
on.
Been a little inconsistent on that inner half there today as an umpire, but other than that, he's called an all right game. I'm still a little sour about not getting that double play call last game, but it's whatever. Not on the bag. What are we talking about? Not on the bag.
I don't know, man. We were equally perplexed up here, friend, but I only got to look at it once live in real time, and so did he. So.
Oh, I've relived it in my head 17 times since then.
We do not get to make the call to Springfield and ask for the replay official to have a look.
Oh, don't worry. I'll chop it up and send it to Tony.
That's exactly what the commissioner wants. Is
I would never.
Inconsequential video review that he can't go back and do anything with anyway.
Yeah.
So the pitch to Ben Hammett is a called strike. Upper part of the zone at the letters there.
But no, he is a great umpire. He's been out here quite a few times.
Yeah, Edward Browning's been getting a lot of assignments.
Yeah, no, I enjoy him. He's a good umpire. He explains what he's doing. He's always very player friendly.
Had as a game went to extras last week, he had the audacity to ask where his extra money was, and I said, well, let me go see if there's anything lying around you can eat in the concession
But did you tell him it was called free baseball for a reason?
Yeah.
It's free for him too.
I clapped him on the shoulder and said, you guys do a great job.
That's your payment. You get a compliment from Rance.
You get some encouraging words. Hey. I've been a sports official. I've gotten some pats on the shoulder and been told I'm doing a great job too.
Yeah.
I know how that goes.
That's a lot nicer than what I've gotten responded to when I asked where the money was.
0-2. Ben Hammett went all the way around. AJ Musser
corkscrewing him down.
Yes, indeed. Hammett just didn't look comfortable for that appearance. Musser had his number. So 2 away. Batter is Alex. No, it is not Alex Bird. It's Chandler Maples pinch hitting. So Maples,
some of the newer guys, some of the other guys from the Showmen here.
Maples 4 for 12, so hitting .333. 25 hits in his GRBL career. A .387 OBP, swings at the first pitch. Yeah, Skylar Henson.
What a play.
Just robbed Maples of an infield single there. Instead, it's a 5-3 ground
There we go,
out.
throwing up a 0.
That's big for Musser and big for the Mountain Ducks. We will go to the stretch inning right after this. It's Grip and Rip Baseball live and free on YouTube. The playoff Eliminators. Somebody is going to win this thing and advance to the semis.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sardi McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Tyler Abma back to work for the Showmen. Got touched for a run in the 6th, but he's still got a 6-run advantage to work with as the Purple Gang leads this thing 7-1, headed into the stretch inning. Similar situation here for the Mountain Ducks. You don't have to make up all 6, although I'm sure they would take it, but they need to make up at least a couple right here, right now. Tyler Jones coming up. It'll be Jones, Kendrick, and Odell, so a pretty salty and capable, not to mention grizzled part of the order coming up right here.
Yeah, and this is where you late game, you're looking to change your approach a little bit as a hitter than what you've been going with. It's a good swing by Tyler.
Yes, it was, but a good play by another Tyler. Rusk, the first baseman, squeezes that for the out.
And that's a little bit of what that approach is. Usually thinking, what some people might call a +1 approach, where it's, if you get that pitch, if you get something that you want right away, take a swing at it, be ready for it, hit it well. If we don't get what we want, we're going to take until we get a strike, maybe hopefully work his pitch count a little bit. But, you gotta change what you're doing a little bit here at the end, because what we have been doing isn't working. You got to see some more pitches, do something different.
Austin Kendricks ahead 1-0. Pulls this one. That is tailing foul. Carlson got a good jump on it, but
yeah, got a very good jump.
Yeah, far into foul territory for him to work with it.
I mean, we've talked a lot about the power of the lineup of the hitters. We talked a lot about Trey Turner and the dominance on the mound. I don't think we've mentioned enough the sheer athleticism they have in the outfield. I mean, they have three of probably the most athletic guys in the league.
These are all guys who have been starting center fielders and very good starting center fielders at points in their career. I mean, Leggett was a Gold Glove Award winner back in 2020.
Well, I think they all have.
Yeah. Carlson, a perennial contender for postseason awards, and then Skylar Carter has won gold, and he was the league's inaugural MVP.
Yeah, I mean I think that's one of the unsung factors of this team, is that there are not many fly balls getting extra bases in the outfield.
No, it's, if you're a pitcher, you feel pretty good about a fly ball. 2-2 to Kendrick after a foul ball, and that is a dropped third strike. Alex Bird doing a good job running to clear the running
really
lane.
Job,
Nice hustle from the young man, making sure to get the out.
Yeah, you can definitely tell which guys have recently played at a higher level, and what guys, because I don't think Chris Meza left the box last week when he caught.
No, he would have just tried to throw that over Kendrick's shoulder, his right shoulder, on the work the outside there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, throw a little two-seam around him.
Yeah, Alex Bird ran to clear him instead.
Chris is another guy I'm great friends with. I forgot I got to preface that.
Yeah, that's right. You can't just go throwing strays.
They're all my friends, and that's the thing too. I would never say something incredibly mean about Clay Odell, because I don't have that type of relationship with him. So I would never. So anybody listening at home, if you see me throw a shot or hear me throw a shot at somebody, we're good friends. I've known them for a while. That doesn't mean they like that I do it, but you don't have to be mad for them.
So Clay Odell, that was a hot shot liner, but right at the third baseman, Trey Turner. He and I are friends, and I don't think I would say anything disparaging toward Clay. That's one of those innings where the Mountain Ducks had two hard hit balls, and they ended up going right at Branson infielders. They guarded the lines well. 3 up and 3 down is what Tyler Abman needed. It was not what the Mountain Ducks needed, headed into the 7th inning stretch. And here in the GRBL, the 7th inning stretch is sponsored by Sumit's Hot Yoga. At Sumit's Hot Yoga of Springfield, you are going to feel awesome.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Leggett comes to the dish for the Branson Showmen on the other side of the 7th inning stretch. It is a Henry's towing pitching change for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. They call on the Hall of Famer, the Marionville Comet, Skylar Henson. He is the GRBL's all-time leader in both innings pitched and in strikeouts. In 2024, 19 innings of work. He's allowed 6 earned runs on 18 hits, struck out 13, walked 4, and hit 4 for a 2.84 ERA. Whoa, and he hits Chris Leggett. Yes, so that looked like the velocity was up.
Yeah.
The movement was not, as he threw it straight into Chris Leggett's knee.
And that's what happens. You know, you drop that arm angle, and we've had that conversation about Skylar, is that when you drop that arm angle and you stay down there, if you don't get across something, if you don't fully throw it, it just stays in. And, you know, sometimes that slider doesn't slide, but sometimes that fastball doesn't run, and it just stays arm side and runs right into him. But, you know, Skylar's a great double play pitcher. So,
yep, Mountain Ducks are at double play depth. As Carter pulls one foul. As Rob Neese used to say, it's the Skylar sisters.
The Skylar sisters is great. I think this is a great matchup because both of these guys are so crafty. Both of these guys are so, I don't want to say weird, but not
unorthodox is the polite way to say that.
So it's going to be a grind of an at-bat. They both have faced each other probably more so than any combination in the league, being two of the older guys.
Carter got under that one. Brett Gallion waiting a long time for that one to come out of the ozone layer, but it finally does descend into the second baseman's mitt for the first out.
And you start to figure out how to face guys. You know, you get to some of these battles where it's like, well, man, what am I going to throw this guy? Because he knows he's seen all of my arsenal for 5 years, 5-6 years. So it's a fun little cat and mouse game with some of these older guys.
Jacob Carlson is 1 for 3 today. He's got an RBI double back in the 4th. Missed that one outside.
Yeah, good thing here. Your ground ball away. Hopefully you can throw up another 0.
1-0 runs in high. Slider did not slide.
But you got to hit. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're throwing up 0 after 0 if you can't push any across. You know, because it's looking as if the Ducks' bats have been demoralized. They're really not piecing much together. I mean, 5 hits isn't terrible, but they've been so spread. They're not running those. Oh, we got him. Oh, that was a good idea.
Yeah, not a bad job by Hunter Knapp there. A called strike to Carlson and then a throw down to first. But Chris Leggett got back in time, says the field umpire Brian Lozano.
Do we see the Showman run at all here? I know that's
up
caused
6. Leggett might try. Yes, he does.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And Carlson swung and missed. Leggett's going to steal second. No issue.
See, and I know this is what caused issue in the last year's playoffs, where we got guys running here, but I can see both sides of it. I can understand no lead is safe here.
Yeah.
6 runs. If you don't want me to steal, throw me out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, and I always come back to you only get to play once a week. Your sample size is so small, and if stealing bases is what you do well, if you're Chris Leggett, do what you do well.
Yeah.
Skylar Henson strikes batters out well. He's the only pitcher in the league with more than 200, and he gets a very frustrated Jacob Carlson on a called strike 3. So that will bring up Turner.
He's hit 2 balls very hard in the last 2 at-bats. We'll see if he's staying with that approach.
Yeah, 11 for 33 now is Turner, so keeping that 333 average just as it was when he came into this game today. Fast ball from Henson for a strike.
If Henson has one of those sliders that backs up a little bit or doesn't slide and hangs up, we could see that we could see Trey put one out here. But if Skylar can stay on it, he should be fine. Like that right there.
Yeah, went down and away.
That's the exact spot you want to throw that slider to him right there.
Beautiful pitch.
Because now he's throwing him inside. He's throwing that slider away. He's shown him both sides of the plate. He's elevated and gone down a little bit. So Skylar's really ahead right here and can go almost anywhere with this.
The 0-2. Looks like they're setting him up outside again. And Turner reaches out and fouls it. Man, that was like he barely moved his legs. That was just all hands, and he fouled that thing off.
Yeah. Yep, that's a great pitch. You just put a slider there. He watched it, putting a fastball in that same location. Now maybe see if he elevates a fastball. He's got him swing happy now. Go up in the zone, see if he'll chase something here.
Yeah. Oh. Wow.
Can somebody check on that baseball, please?
Yeah, that ball may not be suitable for use.
Yeah, that ball might have a dent in it.
Carter absolutely plunked poor Trey Turner, who seems to be, he's not rubbing it, but he's doing some sort of gyration to make the feeling go away. Right. Doing everything but rub it, to his credit.
I don't know. I don't know. At that point, you might as well just rub it. I'm always for a prance. But if you're prancing to not rub it, just
almost looked like the Bernie was thrown in there.
Oh yeah,
Tyler
that
Rust
ball's hit
pulls
very
one
hard
out into left field at the track, and a catch
track
on the run from Brand, and that will put an end to the 7th. Well, that was exciting, but it does end in another goose egg going on the board. 7-1 is our score. The Branson Showmen out in front of the Ozark Mountain Ducks. We head to the 8th.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
Branson Showmen sticking with Tyler Abma. He can pitch here in the 8th, and then he will have exhausted his eligibility. So they are going to have to make a Henry's Towing pitching change prior to the 9th. If you're the Mountain Ducks, you're looking to make up some of the deficit here, and then hope you can capitalize on whoever is the man to go out and take the 9th for Branson.
And I don't know if it's because he's sandbagging the warm-ups. I don't know if he's trying to save it for the inning. But Abma does not look. He doesn't look sharp right now. He doesn't. He's babying his pitches.
Yeah.
He's really light on the velo. He's missing arm side a whole lot. There's definitely something off with what Abma's doing right now.
It's not his stuff today.
No, and that right there, he put a little more on it, but he's wincing when he comes through that. And that there looked a little more similar to his normal motion. He's getting through it. That's in the middle of the zone where he's aiming. But on those other ones, he's babying and leaving arm side there, like that right there.
And that's usually what makes Tyler Abma so good is the deception. I mean, every throwing motion looks the same. Doesn't matter what the pitch is, fastball, slider, curve. They all come from the same slot. It's all the same cadence. It's just not quite it today. It just does not look like he has rhythm.
That's a good pitch. Ooh, should have gotten that one.
It was a good pitch, but not good enough, and it is 3-1 to Colton Simons.
He's a big two-seam changeup guy.
Yes.
And that pronation, depending on what's hurting with him, it looks like that pronation is what he's not getting right now. He's not getting on top of that ball, as they say, so it's not doing what he wants it to. But, he's a good pitcher. I mean, he knows the game, so he can still be effective even when he's not on his best game.
Colton Simons worked well into the count and then sends a 3-2 into center field for a base hit. So the Mountain Ducks need to cook, and they need to do it right now. Colton Simons get them started.
I feel pretty good if I'm the Ducks, though. I see Adma. Adma looks very hittable, even though we didn't push any across on him last inning.
Skylar Henson and Tyler Abma sharing a laugh. I think that is about please don't send a receipt right here. Instead, no, they attack up, and that's a double play ball. Oh no, and then a missed exchange.
On the transfer, yeah, he's out still.
So they do get the lead runner, McFarland to Hammett on a 6-4, but that is all they get.
I'm all for having fun on the baseball field. I think I have fun more than others. I'll never hug somebody on the baseball field.
That's where you draw the line?
Oh, my gosh.
A loving embrace?
Yeah.
Not for you.
No.
So here's Knapp, 1 for 2, 1 away. If you're Tyler Abma, he just looked back at Hammett and said, hey, we're doing it again.
Yeah. You got another one coming your way here. Because that's what he'll get. He's throwing that two-seam, that tumbling change-up splitter, whatever that thing is. He's throwing inner half. It's just falling right off, and he mixes it up with that right there.
Yeah. Beauty on the outer half to Knapp.
So I don't think that you're going to see anything too bendy out of him right now. I don't think he's going to break a curveball or slider off. I mean, at least I haven't seen one in the last couple.
No, he's got to try to hit spots. There was some velocity taken off there. That kind of caught Hunter Knapp off guard and into a defensive swing. I mean, that speaks to the caliber of pitcher that Abma is. As much as we've dissected how he's just not himself today, he's still working ahead at 0-2.
Still efficient.
Missed down.
Guys who are good at their craft can still do it if they're missing a piece here or there. If they don't have the movement, if they don't have the velocity, if they don't have one or the other things, they can still put it together because they understand the theory and the concept of what they're trying to do to a guy.
Here comes a 1-2 to the catcher. Knapp had to go down to get it. It is grounded to third. Turner's throw to Hammett in time for one, and oh goodness, a botched exchange.
Can we check that guy's mitt? What are we doing? Oh, don't throw it harder, Ben.
No kidding. Don't scream the ball at Tyler Abma. It's not his fault. Jeez.
The Ejecto Mitt 5000. That's always one of my favorite things. Some guy he launches one back at somebody. I was like, that didn't do it.
Yeah, don't, especially not to the pitcher.
I think Hammett was even confused a little bit because he thought he got it and got rid of it.
Yeah, he thought he had the
ball. He didn't know he didn't have it.
Nonetheless, as the unfortunate inning for Hammett continues, the Showmen have a chance to come out of it unscathed if Tyler Abma can get Brett Gallion here.
If they get another ground ball, I need Hammett to turn it just get 4 outs, just to get it, just to show we can do it.
It's 1-0 to Gallion.
I've been there though. That's
it's Hammett's on an island right now.
Yep. But I mean, at least he's getting outs though. That's the thing. It's much more manageable because you're getting it out in the process of making that.
Be a different story if the bases were loaded.
Yes. Yes, if the bases are loaded or if I don't get it out anywhere, if somebody calls that you weren't on the bag even though you were clearly on the bag.
I don't know what you're talking about there, Street. The 1-1 swung on. Great piece by Gallion, and it will get down in front of the left fielder, Carlson. So the Mountain Ducks taking a little bit of what is given there. Gallion is 2 for 4, and he's on for Thomas Brand.
We got a pinch hitter here.
Yeah, you're right. This is Ernie Perkins. Good eye. So Ernie Perkins stands in the right-handed batter's box. Rookie out of Princeville, Illinois. Ernie 3 for 11, largely coming off the bench. He's had a couple of starts thrown into the mix there. He's been putting it into play. Only 1 strikeout in his career.
Okay.
This is grounded right side, and that's
going to bring a run in
play and then some. The Mountain Ducks
maybe not.
Sending it. Great throw from Leggett, and then, oh my gosh, an attempted cut. And yeah, Tyler Rusk very quickly owning it.
Yeah.
But the Mountain Ducks own a run there. Ernie Perkins gets an RBI base hit. Gallion went first to third with his legs.
I'm not even sure if Rusk was trying to catch that. I think Rusk was trying to deke that he was going to catch that to try to hold the runner.
And the ball hit the glove anyway.
Yeah, and he's just so freakishly tall that he didn't know that he was going to be up there anyway. That was a heck of a throw. Toby Yorks could never make a throw like that.
Strays are flying around. First and third for Rycraft. He'd like to catch a stray and send it to the gap in left center. Whoa, yeah, that was a big swing, wasn't it?
Very big swing.
The fan was out there. 0-1 as Rycraft stepped out and now steps back in. Abma ready to try to throw him another one of those.
Yeah, we need a bases clearing double here. I think that's gonna get some new life in here.
It's up the middle. Oh, Abma knocks
down
it
the
down.
hand.
He will throw to Rusk, and Rusk hangs
Tough break.
on. Tough break for Rycraft. Tough break for Abma as well, as the Mountain Ducks get 1 on the board in the 8th. It is now a 5-run ball game, 7-2. Showmen have the lead. Bottom of the 8th is next.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Workplace injury? You can't afford to be financially set back. In Missouri, our workers' compensation laws are found in Chapter 287 of the Missouri statutes. You need an attorney who knows these laws and has worked with them over the past 25 years to help injured workers. The call is free. The results are exceptional. We've won millions of dollars for our clients over the years. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Henson back out for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. So with his team trailing by 5, job number 1 is to keep the margin at 5 here in the bottom of the 8th, and then try to tee off on the Branson Showmen reliever set to come on in the 9th, and it looks like it'll be the right-hander Marcus Rader, rookie out of Cabool, Missouri, is walking out to the pen with catcher Alex, or no, I think that's Josh Wilbanks.
Yep, and again, anybody other than Loudon, anybody from that Showman dugout, I would take Toby. But, speaking of Toby, we'll see if he can get another double. See if he can go. How many players in the grip and rip have hit a double from both sides of the plate?
In a game. That is tricky.
Would he be exclusively be the one?
I do not know.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Toby has a chance to be the only player.
Well, not anymore, because Logan Rycraft just did his job and threw him out. So instead, Toby falls to 1 for 4 on the day. And it'll bring up Thomas McFarland for the Showman. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk.
Well, we thought it was crazy that Toby Yorks was going to the bullpen. In an even crazier move, Snacks Loudon is going to the on-deck circle.
This is not entirely crazy, so they would pinch hit him for Justin Parker here. So Justin Loudon, well, we'll tell you about that here in a second. Here's a grounder to Kendrick. And then a hesitation and a head-first dive. Thomas McFarland got him by a split second.
And now there's a little bit of an argument of who's got it. I got it, you got it. Well, you're going.
Hesitation kills.
Ooh, E3, and that's tough because AK makes a decent play. He bobbles it a little bit, but he looks up expecting to be able to make an easy flip there. No easy flip.
So here is Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon, sponsored by the Twin Crescent Drive-In in Buffalo, Missouri. He's 2 for 7 for the campaign with 2 strikeouts. Was 5 for 11 a season ago with the Springfield Metropolitans.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things you use it sparingly, and sometimes it comes through for you.
I still think I'd rather see Toby on the bump than Loudon in the box.
He's like that bottle of cologne you keep back in the medicine cabinet for special occasions, like
the one that makes everybody sick.
Anniversaries only. No, not that one.
The one that nobody wants to smell. That's why it's back there.
No, it's for
Dracar Noir.
No. It's the good occasion cologne.
Oh,
talking the name brand stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're not speaking my language.
No, it is not the Anchorman cologne. As Loudon pokes one right side. Tough play for Gallion running cross body, but
good idea.
Did the job. The 4-3, and that was really the only play that Brett was going to have as he gets Loudon, but it does move the runner up.
If you can't buy the cologne at TJ Maxx, I probably have not worn it.
You know, it's not to say there's not good stuff available. You know, you don't have to do designer everything. I'm just saying, you know, you got to have the day-to-day. You know, it's like people who have more than one car in the garage, right? You have the daily driver, and then you got the special occasion flavor street.
Yeah, because
maybe that's why I'm married and you're not. Here's a fly ball into the left. That's getting down.
What a play!
On the
what
run.
A play!
Logan Rycraft pulls the robbery on Ben Hammett.
I want to go back to the fact that I don't have
here. Sure, we don't need a commercial.
I don't have two colognes, but you expect me to have 2 cars in the driveway?
No, I mean I don't have 2 cars in the driveway. I'm just.
But you have a day-to-day cologne and you have a fancy cologne.
Do. Yeah, you gotta
That's
have that.
crazy. I have one cologne that's the same. I smell the same, and I forget to use it half the time.
Well, see, maybe that's the problem. Look, you can treat the rule for anything in life, right? Look good, feel good, smell good, or at least do 2 out of 3 of those things on a consistent basis, and that's how you piece it together, right? We were talking about when a pitcher doesn't have velocity or his command, you know, one or the other. Same deal. Look good, feel good, smell good.
And I can control the smell.
At least 2 out of 3,
I
right?
can control the look.
Control what you can control, right? That's what they always tell you.
Oh man, Rance, this is great. This is dating advice. You guys I'm going to be on here next week with a story to tell about a fiance or something.
There you go. Stranger things have happened in this world.
What is that supposed to mean? Stranger things.
What do you mean? I'm
just
saying.
Stranger things have happened that you
have
find in the love of your life.
You could be engaged within a week. Stranger things have happened. It was a blanket statement. I'm trying to set up Marcus Rader coming out of the bullpen. Maybe folks at home will appreciate us mercifully going back to some baseball here. So Marcus Rader, it's a Henry's Towing pitching change. He has pitched 9 innings, 3 earned runs on 9 hits, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, a 3.00 ERA. Last time he pitched against the Mountain Ducks, they got to him, I will say. He gave up 3 runs on 2 innings of work. Mountain Ducks, the only team to score on Marcus Rader. So chance for Rader here with a 5-run lead, pitching for a little bit of redemption. Marcus was out of the lineup for the Showmen a week ago, so he is on 2 weeks of rest. He has been very good. Kills them softly. You know what I like about Marcus Rader? He works very efficiently. Doesn't try to do too much. Throws strikes. Gets batters to ground out or pop out. And he has had some success. He's sponsored by Bailey Chevrolet GMC in Willow Springs. I was trying to get a look. Yeah, it looks like they do have... Or no, that is Alex Bird still. So Josh Wilbanks has been caddying for Marcus Rader up to now. He had sort of the personal catcher relationship going on. But Josh is not catching this inning. They stick with Alex
Doesn't look
Bird.
like they've made any changes. It looks like they're staying pretty much the same way across the board defensively.
Yep. Still Carlson, Carter, and Leggett in the outfield with Turner, McFarland, Hammett, and Rusk.
Yeah, and this is do or die. I mean, 5 runs isn't unmanageable. I mean, 5 runs isn't unheard of in the grip and rip. You know, especially with a lineup like the Ducks against a guy who they've already touched up a little bit. So we could see something pretty interesting because does Loudon stay in as the EH?
That's a fair point.
Because if so, you know, has Loudon been burnt? You know, if we do see where we get to a 6-7 ball game.
Could you get him up and use him there? Yeah. Tricky.
But we do still have Carlson.
It is true. Jacob could come on and just call his own number. There's an off-speed pitch to David Edwards, swung on and fouled off, and looked like Rader had Edwards kind of disrupted there. David was thinking about a big swing on a 2-0.
And if you're not putting yourself in at shortstop or closing the game out or hitting 3, why even manage one of these teams?
Are you even player managing?
Why even do that? You know what I mean?
David Edwards grounds this one. Left side, going to be a tough play in the hole for Thomas McFarland, and he made it. Great job by the Showman shortstop.
That's a heck of a throw. I was not expecting that arm right there. That's a heck of a play right there to hang on to that and then fire that thing across there.
Thomas reached in and got out the rifle. So 1 away, the batter is Tyler Jones. Austin Kendrick is in the on-deck circle for the Mountain Ducks. Marcus Rader trying to close this out and send the Branson Showmen on to the GRBL Semifinals. Little off-speeder, and Jones waited for that one to break back into the zone.
He's sitting on, he wants something, he wants something hard and in. He thinks that's going to break in on him. He just wraps around it, gets a little too excited there. Rolls over that. He's looking to hit something hard, pull side, but I think that might have been the only one he's going to get right there.
Raider came back, over the plate.
Middle. That's tough right there. That's tough. You take a swing that you think isn't the best.
Right, and then you watch that go by.
And then you watch something right down the middle, and now you're pressing.
The 0-2, they go back to the breaker, and they got Jones underneath it. And Thomas McFarland ranging back, he's going to make the catch. And the second out. And that right there has sort of been the way it has gone. That was a very typical Marcus Raider sequence there. He's just, you put him in the mix with Abma and Turner, and he's just a sneaky innings eater. I've been impressed with him all season.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need right now. Somebody to just come in and throw strikes and be efficient. Because now they're 1 out away.
Yeah, last gasp. It's Austin Kendrick for the Ducks. Watched ball one go by way inside.
What's the largest comeback with the fewest number of outs in the Griffin Rip history?
Man, I don't know. This would probably challenge it, I'm sure. Definitely seen it. I think I've seen a team blow a 3-run lead being 1 out away. I don't know about a 5. That's a lot. Kendrick puts one into center field. Skylar Carter giving chase. Makes the catch and hangs on. That's the ball game. 3 up and 3 down for Marcus Raider to finish it out. So that means the playoff matchups, Harrison Broadstreet, are set.
Yes, they are.
The Branson Showmen win and advance. They will take on the Republic Locos, who have the number 2 overall seed. The number 1, Nixa Suckers, will play the number 5, Springfield Metropolitans. That one is set to take place Sunday, October 13th at high noon, with Showman Locos to follow at 3 o'clock p.m. right here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. If you can't be here, you can be here live and free on our YouTube channel, where we will bring it to you. How about an Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game? Who are we going to pick out of this hot mess of baseball?
Only because I know him and love him. I think the Elite Performance Promotion of the Game was Austin Kendrick for not pulling Kyle Carpenter at the 4th inning there. But I don't know. I mean, Trey Turner.
I think we're going to go with Trey Turner.
He dominates. He scores the first RBI. He comes out there. I mean, that's just
one for 3 with an RBI and a hit by pitch, plus 5 shutout innings with 9 strikeouts. Yep, your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game is going to be number 8 for the Branson Showman, Trey Turner. It turns out Trey has still got it, so the Showmen win and advance.
And when he comes up here and you talk to him, would you tell him that I suggested that? So maybe he'll be
Trey, I didn't know what to do, but it was that old Harrison Broadstreet, such a good guy.
Yeah. Specifically, really ham it up to him.
All right, so I can do that. Just I'm a good teammate like that.
I appreciate that, Rance.
So yeah, appreciate you sitting in with us, and we will see you back here for another game soon.
As always, it's such a great time. Can't wait to come back.
Good stuff, rookie. So that is Harrison Broadstreet. I'm Rance Berger. The Branson Showmen are winners 7-2. We will talk it over with Jacob Carlson, Trey Turner, and perhaps a player to be named later on the other side of this break. Some more post-game coverage and an updated look at the playoff picture comes your way right after this.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Nicole Cartmell with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Rance Burger back with you live at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, where the Branson Showmen defeat the Ozark Mountain Ducks 7-3 in the GRBL playoff eliminators. So the Showmen advance to the semifinals. They will be back with us next week. Pleased to be joined by our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game, Trey Turner, and the Branson Showmen player manager, Jacob Carlson. Well, Trey, I mean, let's talk first of all about the big picture. You guys in a must-win situation, and you absolutely deliver. You go out there and throw 5 shutout innings. So, you know, it's your first year in the GRBL, but what does that mean to you to advance on to the semifinals and you get to play another baseball game?
I think it's just having one more weekend of fun. You know, you don't really get, I think last time talked about it, that, you know, around here you do not get a chance, especially if you're a baseball player, to play baseball. So just having one more game, really fun. That's all I'm looking to do, is have some fun. So
You know, and Trey, a lot of us have never been the starting pitcher in a playoff baseball game and probably never will be. So for the uninitiated, tell me what that's like. You know, what is the feeling that you get, you know, the morning of knowing, you know, you're going to be out there, your team is going to hand you the baseball and count on you to deliver in a big-time situation?
Honestly, I had some coaches growing up that drilled it into me that it's just another game. So, I mean, it was just another Sunday. I woke up and hung out with my kids, ate breakfast. Wife made a really good breakfast this morning, and you know, I just tried to be present there. And like I said, I just trying to have as much fun as possible while this still lasts, while my body still says you can do it. And you know, it's just playoff game, regular game. It's just a game down to brass tacks.
I feel like the mix of pitches might have been a little more diverse today. You know, we saw you start some guys off with changes, and dare I say, maybe there was even a cutter thrown in there a time or two.
That was a cut changeup. That was not a cutter. That was a cut changeup. But yeah, the arm wasn't feeling as live as it was last week. My body was for sure feeling the effects of starting for the first time since high school 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So this week it felt a little off, so I took it a little easier. And because I took it a little easier, my arm did not have the gas in the tank to turn it up. So I tried to stay within myself, didn't try and overthrow, tried to fill up the zone. And if I recall, I didn't throw an off-speed pitch until the third or fourth inning.
Yeah, it was the second time through the order, which I thought was just, you know, incredibly smart if you've got the talent to do it. So.
Yeah, I decided that, you know, I want to stay in the zone, and until they like consistently hit me, there's no reason to throw anything else. And then the off-speed pitches just gave my fastball a life again, even though it doesn't have today it didn't have the zip to it that it usually does.
So Jacob Carlson, what does that say for this team when you've got, you know, Trey, you know, admitting to maybe not having some zip, and, you know, Tyler Abma, you know, it was a good Abma outing. It's not necessarily the best Tyler Abma we've ever seen, but, you know, even with all of that, you get 8 combined innings out of those guys, and you go beat somebody 7-2.
Yeah, no, I mean, even with being a little sore, I feel like the velo, there's not really anyone that's still going to touch that velo, so throwing wise. And then having Amma back, letting him get some work in, that's a huge bonus to this team, just being able to have 8 innings of real quality pitching.
So how about the job by, you know, the middle part of your order today, Tyler Rusk, Toby Yorks, and even a little bit of Thomas McFarland and Ben Hammett there in that big 4th inning where you guys, you know, put up the crooked number and scored 6.
Yep.
So how about the job by those guys to, you know, extend that big inning, really keep it going, and really, you know, put the Ducks down early?
Yeah, I mean, this lineup that can hit top to bottom. We're going to get guys on. We're going to be able to, we got some speed that can steal some bags and make some things happen that way, but we got a lot of guys that are going to put it in play, and they're going to hit it hard. So hopefully we can keep it going into the next couple weeks.
Speaking of hitting it hard, Trey Turner, I know, you know, you were at a point in your, you know, late in your college career and then in the pros where they took the baseball bat in your hands. So I know getting to bat was a big attraction point of us getting you out here in the GRBL.
Yeah.
So you've now got 11 hits and 14 RBIs, which is a league record, by the way, single season record. So what does that all mean to you, just to go out and do that other part of baseball, not just pitch?
I mean, it just means I need to hit the weight room a little harder, and I would like to play at a smaller field. I'm tired of hitting the wall in the air or having the outfielders catch it against the wall. That gets kind of annoying. But, no, just swinging the bat, having fun. Like, I mean, I tell the guys in the dugout all the time, I'm literally just looking to hit the ball as far and as hard as I can. But this league is, real. I say fun a lot, but I mean, that's what it is. It's a lot of fun. I hang out with some guys that I probably would never hung out with before. So diversify who I see throughout the week, and then, you know, just having fun, taking hacks, and just feeling like a kid again.
Yeah. Get one more chance at least. Next Sunday, you guys get the Republic Locos. That'll be the 3 o'clock game, so 2 versus 3. The corresponding semifinal is going to be the Metropolitans taking on the Suckers. So we can tell you, Showmen Locos, it'll be a 3 o'clock start. Jacob, you like that matchup? Another chance to take on the Crazy Train squad?
Yeah, you know, I think I missed that one this week.
Yeah.
That week I was in Nashville, but, you know, excited to get after it, and another week of playing ball and just trying to make it back to Metter.
Remember, that was the game where, you know, Tyler Abma and Ben Hammett sort of managed by committee, and they told me their plan, or Abma told me Yeah, he was going to make Ben Hammett be the guy who handed up the lineup card, but then he was going to come take credit for the win when it was over.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. So
fair enough.
He will look to do that. So one more game out here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, and you guys, of course, like everybody who's still in the hunt, trying to get to the Howard Bell Trophy Championship game. You know, Jacob, you've been there. You have been to the top of the mountain. Is there like anything in the pregame message or anything in the during the week communication that changes, just kind of given the intensity of the moment?
It's just do whatever you can to help the team win. You know, another week is another opportunity for everyone, and that's what it's about. You know, you want to leave it all out there at this point in the year, because if you don't, and you go home, then you got some regrets. But no, I feel good. I feel like the guys are confident, and we're ready to get after it again next week.
All right, we'll see you next Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to put a prediction out there.
Oh, no.
We have another 5 shutout. No, 8 shutout, actually, my fault. Abma's going to turn it up next week for us, too.
All right. You're going to
predicting
shut out the
another
Locos.
5 shutout.
All right, we'll wait and see if that comes to fruition. That's Trey Turner saying he's going to shut out the Republic Locos next Sunday, October 13th, 3 o'clock. If you would like to see him do it, or maybe you'd like to see him eat some crow, be right here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, or be right here on the YouTube channel. So next Sunday, once again, just to give you the full rundown, high noon, it'll be the number 5 Springfield Metropolitans taking on the number 1 Nixa Suckers. Then at 3 o'clock, it is the Branson Showmen. Trey Turner, Jacob Carlson, and the boys are the number 3 seed taking on the number 2 Republic Locos, winners of the GRBL North. Only 2 teams will win, and only 2 teams will advance to play for the Howard Bell Trophy. That game set for October 20th. That's a Sunday at Meadow Park in Springfield, Missouri. So for all of us involved here, for our executive producers Harrison Waters and Tony Lewis, for our directors Derek Saiko and Jacob House, and for my partner Harrison Broadstreet, my name is Rance Berger, saying a big thank you to our sponsors, Bank of Missouri and Henry's Towing. Until next time, good night from Ozark, Missouri.